What is going on, guys? Welcome to For the Fans. I'm Kevin, and I'm here with Sheldon, JT, and Karen. What's
Hi,
going
guys.
on, guys?
Hi. Big Brother Canada is back. We waited a year. We waited so long.
Sheldon,
I want
calm
it.
down. I was
I
about
want
to
it.
say that. We are here for Big Brother Canada 11. Sheldon, I know you're so excited.
I'm so excited.
Welcome. Let's get into it, man. Let's talk about it. It's Big Brother Canada 11. Sheldon's ready to go.
Let's
The
go.
season starts, what, tomorrow?
Tomorrow,
Starts tomorrow,
the 8th,
the 8th
Global
of
TV in
March.
Canada.
It's going to be a fun ride. We have JT here for the first time. Welcome, JT, to For the Fans.
Hi.
So good to see you, sir.
Same. Haven't been on one of these in a while, so I'm super excited to be breaking down 16 brand new house guests and diving deep into some first impressions and hoping to put together a final four team.
Yes, we're going to be doing a draft, and we have Karen here. Karen, who you've seen on our Survivor coverage, she's going to be here for tonight's our Big Brother Canada 11 coverage. Karen, this is your first time watching BBCAN, though.
I did actually watch last season, but like after it
Okay.
aired.
Okay.
So you watched it.
And I guess
You
I'm
watched
watching this season.
So you're trying to tell me you watched the best season of Big Brother Canada ever and the best winner potentially in the last decades of any Big Brother is what you're trying to tell me.
Best winner in the last decade of any Big Brother?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I mean, Kevin
Come
was
on.
fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but like,
Who in the last decade from Big Brother USA or Canada was better than Jacob?
maybe Derek,
I agree.
I don't know.
maybe Derek.
Pretty
I
close.
would have to go Derek. It's probably Derek than Kevin.
Why?
Because Derek has just such a chokehold on the season, and Kevin was running circles around him. Don't get me wrong, but like Kevin had to do a little bit more manipulations, if you will, whereas Derek was just in charge. And that was kind of it.
Okay, so maybe I'll give you that from an entertainment perspective.
Oh, Kevin was way more entertaining than Derek.
And I called him
By
Jacob.
far.
I don't know why I called him Jacob, but his name
Kevin
is Kevin.
Jacobs.
His name is Kevin Jacobs. I mixed up my Jews. I don't know what's going on.
Karen, how much BBUS do you watch?
I started on the All Stars one during the pandemic, so
Okay.
maybe
I'm
not the
sorry.
best season.
What
But
season
we've
to
done
start on?
two since then, or one or two.
It's been 2 cents.
Yeah.
2 good seasons since.
2 good seasons.
What
since,
happened
yeah,
on the
very
last?
good
Who won
seasons.
the last one?
Taylor.
Taylor.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I did watch that.
She's just checking.
Actually, I finished that one. Usually, I stop watching around the final four because I'm bored.
That
Because the
makes
winner's
sense.
been obvious for
It's-
10
It
weeks.
gets tough like towards the end. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you because it's like when you could like kind of play it out, which was one of the reasons why Big Brother Canada 10 was really good because it was like it seemed like it was a slam dunk for Josh, and then Josh gets to the end, and then turns out it was not a slam dunk for Josh at all. It's like Josh takes Kevin to the end, and then Kevin just mops the floor with him.
But hold on. Like, what do you mean you think it was we're going back a season right now. I never thought it was a slam dunk for Josh. I think everybody knew that if Kevin was at the end, he would be winning that season.
The question was, would they be able to respect what Kevin was doing?
How could they not?
Because people get mad. You know what I'm saying? Like people get
But
mad.
Kevin wasn't malicious. Kevin wasn't yucky. That's not the way he played the game. Kevin wasn't Dr. Will. Kevin wasn't Dan.
It's true.
Like Kevin left them with a good taste in their mouth, even though he duped all of them, one by one.
Won't take that away from you. Won't take that away from you at all. And Kevin and Heleno did a fantastic job along the way. Did you guys know? Fun fact, JT Karen. Last season we did a draft here with Josh Vitello and Kylie, and Sheldon told me that if Kevin Jacobs did not go home the first night, he would pay Kylie and myself each $10 Canadian.
Each or individually?
Each of us, $10 Canadian if he didn't. But then Sheldon had a little caveat that we had to come get it ourselves if we were to lose. Would you guys like to know that last
you are owed.
last July I made a trip to Toronto to collect my money, and Sheldon never paid me.
Sheldon, how dare you?
I completely forgot, and but I think Kevin's missing one piece of the puzzle. I picked Kevin to win the game in the draft, and he won.
I want to make sure this is very clear. There was 2 people left, and Sheldon picked of the 2 people. He picked Kevin over Jess. That was the other one. It was Kevin or Jess, and he had slandered Kevin.
Yeah.
So did Kevin not go well, like in the cast assessment?
No,
he did not.
No,
he did not.
He like a game where people were like, he's not winning.
He's a game bot. He comes. The picture that he has is him in like a green and orange striped shirt. He has his glasses. He has his arms like this, and he has like an evil guy face. And Sheldon just lambasted him and just said that there was no way this dude was making it out of night 1. He was going to be the first boot for sure. And Kevin was on the block.
I was going to say he got nominated, didn't he?
He was. And Sheldon was like, if this dude goes home night 1, if he doesn't go home night 1, I will pay each of you $10 Canadian. And then he didn't even, come through on that bet.
I owe you guys $7.27. It's coming. It's coming. One of these decades.
I believe it. And tonight we'll see if any of those same kind of bets are made while we make this draft, and we're going to go through these cast members. We have 16 new people on the show this year. There was a lot of rumors that it was going to be an all-star season, or like a U.S. versus Canada season, or something of that nature. Alas, we have a new cast, which is always great. I love having a new cast. How do you guys feel about having a new cast?
So I love new cast. I do think in the Big Brother verse, we are due for a returnee season of some sort.
Right.
Just like I feel like we're rolling up on that time with Survivor as well. I feel like we're due for some sort of returnee season, just to 1, for fandom, of course, and then 2, the reason we watch these shows is because we love these people, and we want to see more of them. And a lot of times with returnee seasons, at least for Big Brother, the casting can be it's a mix. Like I've never had like a returnee season where I wasn't rooting for, didn't enjoy at least one returnee. So whereas Survivor, if it's it all depends on like if there's a theme, it could be like Survivor 47, no theme, and then just all returnees. Just like we just put all 500 players in a hat and just pulled their names out and started making phone calls. Like
that's pretty much, yeah.
You know what I mean? But so I mean, I think we are due for a returnee, not a full season, like a half returnees or some sort of coaches, something. We're due for some sort of returnee season.
Mm-hmm.
Has there ever been one with BBCAN? Or
there was a season not that long ago, maybe probably 5 seasons now, actually, now that I think about it, where half the cast was new and half the cast was old. So that's as much as we got to a returnee season. And the truth is, I would not mind that at all either. For me, it does not have to be a full-out returnee season whatsoever. In fact, I kind of like it when it's half and half, as long as the casting is good enough on the half that is new. I will say, and I'm probably getting a little bit ahead of myself, there are, to me, from what I see on the cast, more duds than I'm used to seeing on Big Brother Canada, which makes me think that maybe they were actually trying for a full returnee season, and maybe they couldn't get enough numbers, they couldn't get enough whatever they needed. One of my favorite returnee seasons ever was when Survivor let the fans vote for the returnees and cast
second chances.
Second chances. I would love to see that in BBCAN. I would love to see that in BB. I think that's a great way to cast.
So I don't want to get off topic here, but I've always been the proponent of a returnee season, where like you do those cast interviews, and they're like, "What is a previous player from a previous season that you would play like?"
Sorry.
Right. So I would love for a season where they put those like half players that are half new players, and then the returnees are like one person that each of those people said that they want to play like, but they don't tell them until they get there.
Oh, that'll be
That is
quite interesting.
genius.
That'll be quite
JT
interesting.
needs a job on Survivor or Big Brother. Let's go. Producer JT.
See, so for me, like BBCAN11 was my first Big Brother Canada season, so I was a little apprehensive about a All-Star season because I knew I hadn't had a chance to like go back and see everyone, and so everyone would have been playing like it's like how Karen said she started on the All-Star season for BBUS. Like they're all new to me, but they are very much not new to each other. Right. And so that would have been like it's like when you like walk into a friend group and you're trying to figure out what the inside jokes are. Yeah. And you don't know what they are. But you're trying
That's what I was worried about that too, because I watched BBCAN 1 and 2 in full as they aired. And then I like watched like a little bit of 3, a little bit of 4, 5. And then I watched like 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 like after they aired. So I have. It's been a while since I've like been engrossed in BBCAN while it's airing from the beginning.
Right.
I'm excited.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun ride right here. And we got 16 new people. Before we really get into the cast, there's 2 more things I want to talk about. They announced that there are 6 lead sponsors, right, this season. Wendy's is back.
Ooh, yummy.
Winners.
Chicken?
Winners is back. Listen,
Winners.
So listen, JT and Karen, I don't know what it is about the people in Canada, but they just love them a spicy chicken sandwich. Right? I don't know what it is. Like all last season, I kept coming to Sheldon and then Josh. I'm like, why isn't everyone getting? So the fact that you get a meal, it's cool. The fact that there was always someone getting a spicy chicken sandwich and poutine seemed like a lot.
So will there be more spicy chicken this season?
It'll be more spicy chicken for sure. Sheldon, and it was funny because I said there's burgers at Wendy's, guys. And Sheldon and Josh are like, well, don't you get a spicy chicken sandwich when you go to Wendy's? I'm like, no, man, I get a burger.
I do.
I don't get a spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
Thank you, JT.
What do you get?
I get a junior bacon cheeseburger. I get spicy nuggets and a half and half frosty.
See, there you go.
That's too much.
That's a great meal right there.
It's not too much. It's only a 4-piece spicy chicken nugget.
I know.
And a junior bacon, not a regular, not a triple baconator. It's a junior baconator. Oh my god!
Get that chicken sandwich out of here, Sheldon. I like to get me a Dave's double, and with some spicy chicken nugs myself.
I don't think we have spicy chicken nuggets up here.
You're missing out. That's really what y'all need.
I don't think maybe that's why we get the spicy sandwich because we don't have the nugs to add to our burger.
The nugs are everything.
I don't think we have a but look, I will say though, like however cheesy all of this sponsorship is and how like weirdly they put the product placement in, like this stuff is the reason why Big Brother Canada exists, because the truth is the country is way too small to run a show this size. Yeah. And without the cash coming in, there's no other way. So I'm here for all the spicy chickens for as many years, for winners doing the runway models, for some vacuum cleaner.
For winners. This year. Winners, they have the Winners is back. I didn't know what Winners was. When I went to Canada, I saw what a Winners was. It's basically a TJ Maxx. So
it's a Marshalls.
Oh, wasn't there a weird comp in the last season where they had one? Yes. Yeah, that was weird to me. But that's kind of the fun thing about watching like international reality shows is there's the cheesy sponsorships.
Yes.
So in your faces, like
I've
Okay.
never been to a Winners. I've only been to Canada once. It was with our good friend Catherine Beer overnight, and she took me to. It wasn't weird. Don't be weird.
I'm not being weird. You said it was overnight.
No, it was just for she took me to Bulk Barn.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Oh my God.
You don't have bulk barn or bulk places?
No, we have bulk places, but there's nothing here compared to Bulk Barn.
Canada wins at one thing?
Bulk
barn
is like a baker's heaven. I was like, I want to live here. I'm moving to Canada just so I can shop at Bulk Barn.
What is happening there? What happens at this Bulk Barn?
It is a store where it's like, okay, so imagine Costco, but smaller and for baking supplies. There's chocolate, candies, all kinds of granolas and flours and different kinds of sugars and milks and decorations and different flavors of chocolate candy melts and candles and pans and baking sheets and liners and different flavored chocolate chips. I was in heaven.
Sheldon, we have HelloFresh as a sponsor this year. Why can't we have Bulk Barn? Why are we not having a Bulk Barn?
Arissa, call Bulk Barn. BBCAN11, sponsored by Bulk Barn.
I think it's JT. I think what you're saying is hilarious because Bulk Barn is like a mess store. It's you go, you get your.
It did not sound mess.
Your baking supplies. And it's where kids go before they go to the movie theater they don't have to pay the movie theater prices. It's certainly a lot of fun.
Yes! Oh my God! Bulk Barn! Yes! Look at it, guys.
Oh, okay. So that is different.
There's these big buckets of stuff.
So it's bulk candy. But
like
bulk items.
It's bulk candy, bulk sugar, bulk tea, bulk spices.
Got it. Makes sense.
Bulk humans, bulk everything.
Yes, but it's not. It's like bulk stuff that is not packaged.
Right.
No packaging.
So it's not like. No. So it's not like bulk toilet paper.
No.
It's bulk ingredients.
Right. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So I get it now. So that way you could buy the things in bulk, put it in a bag, and then they weigh it. And then you're buying whatever the weight is.
You can also bring your own bag and your own container, and they'll give you 10 cents off for the fans. Now sponsored by Bulk Barn.
Like if there's a Bulk Barn here, I wouldn't have spent so much money trying to start my damn business because I would have went to Bulk Barn instead of having to go to Walmart to get my supplies.
Yeah, but if you go to Bulk Barn too much, you become bulk. Like it's a problem.
I can see how that can become a thing.
I can see that being a problem. The other sponsors they don't have Bulk Barn, but they do have Shark Ninja, Circle K, Brita.
Do you know what Circle K is?
What'd you say?
Do you know what Circle K is?
We have Circle K.
We have Circle K.
Yeah, we have Circle K. It's a gas station. I work at a
Okay, relax. we just got Circle K like a year or two ago. It's new to us.
Oh, really?
So. Yeah.
Oh, well then congratulations.
It used to be called Max Milk.
Okay, and now it's Circle K. HelloFresh.
That's why it's a sponsor, because they're trying
to exactly. They're trying to get that name out there.
Brand.
Max Milk. Wendy's, Winners, Philips Sonic Care, and Bel Air Direct Insurance. Somebody's gonna be safe thanks to Canada. Again.
I cannot. Karen, where do you live, Karen?
I actually live in Chile, but Ohio.
Okay.
She's from Chile, Ohio.
But Ohio.
For tax purposes, Ohio.
Right?
Oh my God, this is recorded. The IRS is coming.
Hey, they get their money if I'm in Ohio.
Karen. Have we played a game together?
They're getting their mony.
Yes, you played that game together.
Besides that, I know we played. Have we played another game together? Maybe, I feel like we have. It's just coming back to me now.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. We played Hogwarts.
There you go.
Brother.
That's it.
And then I feel like there was another one that one of us got voted out super well. I don't know. I think there was another one.
Let's talk about this cast because I think we got a lot to talk about.
We do.
Great.
Okay, so let's start here. I have some pictures, right?
Is this how the picture is going to show, like behind us, or
it's going to be right over our faces to begin with? We are going to go in alphabetical order. We're going to start with Miss Amal. Where's these photos at?
Amal Bashir from Toronto, Ontario. Her occupation, according to BBCAN website, superfan.
Superfan.
That's
her official job is superfan. A little about Amal. This superfan has a big personality and even bigger heart. Staying focused on the grand prize, Amal plans to outwit her housemates and stay true to herself. Here she is. First off, listen, I love all the floral print on her outfit here.
Yeah, same.
I thought that was a nice decision, and then her earrings match the floral. I thought that was fantastic. A fantastic move by them. I don't normally see all that floral when you're like looking at a cast member, but what are y'all thoughts on Amal? She's 28.
So, so I can say, I'm a fan. I am a fan. Her energy, she seems very independent to me. She seems like a people person. She is a super fan. She said something that gave me a little pause. So when I was ranking everyone, I had her like pretty high up, but she knocked down a few slots when she said, quote, "I don't want to be in no alliances."
Ooh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Especially for someone with the occupation of super fan.
It
seems like a mistake.
Yeah. I don't understand how that goes together, but that's also like I felt really good about her until that line, and then I was like, ooh.
Yeah. I don't. So one of the other things she said is that I want to vote out all the muscle men. Which is really interesting because a lot of the other female contestants said, I would love it if a girls' alliance would finally work. And the truth is, if that could actually happen, I see Amal going far. However, they don't seem to work. And especially the fact that it is very clear there will be showmances this season based on the cast. I think the fact that she wants to vote out muscle men suggests that she will be voted out pretty soon.
Yeah, so I was actually thinking that, but I'm trying to like process a way that she could make that work. I think that with her idea of not wanting to be in any alliances and wanting to play a very independent game and wanting to take the reins of things, I think if she allows herself to not be in the spotlight for the first few HOHs, to let people's bonds start to happen, to let the couples start to pair off, and then gain some power, and then make a move that forces people to have to look at the pairs in the house and have to choose between the pairs, and like give herself kind of like that Godfather. She already has that mentality. So then to put that power behind it to say, hey, these couples are not going to be a thing. This is an individual game. Only one of us can win. We need to start getting rid of these couples. I think that if she can set herself up in the first couple of weeks to be able to make that move at like week 5 or 6, then I think she might be in a good spot.
Can I ask a question? What's the difference between an alliance and a friendship? Because I feel like even more so in Big Brother than any of the reality shows, you're freaking living with these people. You're sharing a bed with them. If you have a real deep down connection, you're not voting that person out. So to me, the idea that she won't be in an alliance is ridiculous to me because at minimum, she'll have relationships that are going to be strong. She's a lovable, likable human being. She's got a great story, great family. Like I don't see her not actually ending up in an alliance because I don't think that's a thing. Unless you're a complete loner, unless like you don't talk to anybody, you're going to be voted out anyway. So I don't think it's a choice.
Last season, Summer was not really trying to make alliances, and when her feet were to the fire, she had friendships, but she thought that would keep her safe, and it didn't because she didn't have solid alliances with people, such as Josh, so that way when she went up, she was surprised the first point because she had these friendships. But since she didn't have solid alliances, like where you're talking strategy and you're connecting with them on a strategic level, some people feel left out, which is the difference between a friendship and an alliance. I could be friends with JT, but if I see JT talking to Karen strategically, JT has to put somebody up of the four of us. Karen's not going to go up. It's going to be me. Even though we're friends.
Are you suggesting that she could stay, but she's not staying till the end? Like without an alliance, you can't win or you can't go to the top 4, 5, 6. But it could get you to merge. It could get you to the middle point of the game.
Yeah, I agree. Yes, 100%. Yeah. Because I personally am my biggest philosophy every time I play or I'm involved in anything Big Brother. I don't believe Big Brother starts until the halfway point anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, early on, I'm getting rid of people that are not my friends. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, people that are friends of mine, I would like them to stick around. But people that are my alliance members are the ones I'm planning for being at the end of the game with.
Yeah.
One of the other things that she said is that she's a woman of God, wants to do well in the game simply by being a good person. I am a little bit afraid of that. Like, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to vote out your friend if you actually want to win, or like I'm scared that that's gonna stop her from winning.
Yeah,
I am too.
I think that when people say that, that is a very very offensive term, right? It's like I'm not going to try to be a villain. I'm not going to maliciously put up my friend because I know that they can beat me in the end. I'm going to try to be a nice person, but you know, when my back is against the wall, when I have won HOH, when I'm on the block, you know, I may do things differently, but I'm not going to, you know, actively, you know, flirt with this boy to get him to not put me up so that I can win, so that he can go.
Mm-hmm. So does Amal have floater written all over her?
Yes.
Which is odd because as a super fan, you would think that she would want to be more of a gamer. But then we look, and last season super fan was Jess. Like there was other people that were obviously super fans like Kevin, but came in with like on their forehead, Jess came in with super fan. They came in as a super game bot. So Amal going the complete opposite way with it.
I think you have to find that middle ground. I think that there's a big difference between being a floater and being flexible. Those are two very different things. Mm-hmm. She screams floater. Anika screams flexible. There's a difference.
We're going to get to her next. We're going to get to her next.
There's a difference.
I agree.
I do have one other thing to say about her. JT, you mentioned earlier on that she said that she's independent. I love independent people. I'm an independent person. The problem with independent people in the Big Brother house is that they sit by themselves in the corner. They don't make friends and they don't make alliances. And the fear I also have with her is I don't know, but she might not be able to make relationships. And that's an easy vote out. If there's nobody else to vote out, especially the first few weeks. So I sort of am with JT of like, I think the first weeks are actually going to be make or break for Amal. If she could survive the first few weeks, she might be able to get at least to the midpoint of the game. But if she really doesn't leave her independence at the door and doesn't become friends, doesn't lean on people, doesn't emotionally connect with people, she's an easy first week vote out.
Yeah, I do think though that there is a little bit of power in not being so not saying that she's not going to go in and be social and talk to people, but there's power in making people come to you. There is power in that.
But you have to have
everyone in the house come to you, but there is power in having a group of people that sought you out instead.
But the problem is that if you don't have that personality, that like a people come to me type personality, then it doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, prime example, myself, if I'm like out in a bar with like friends or people that I know, I can sit in a spot and people will come to me. I look in the same bar and I see people sit in the spot and people don't go to them because they don't have that personality where they can come to you. And with Amal, based on what we're hearing, what we're reading, I don't know if she has from just the initial, I don't know if she has that flock to me personality based on just her initial picture and the initial video. I don't know if I see her in a room, I'm like, I need to go talk to her. I need to see what's going on over there.
Mom in that picture, and I'm not a fan of it.
Correct, and she's like 27.
She looks like a mom.
28.
Yes, I think she looks like a mom in that picture.
Yeah, and it doesn't scream, hey, I'm sitting over here in the corner by myself. Let me go congregate around her. Because that's another thing, is that people that have that personality, they congregate around them, right? Like Moose. Yes.
She looks 35.
Correct. She's 28.
See, but here's the thing. In this cast, this isn't a 20-year-old cast. Like, the average age is probably 28. Like, they're an older group.
Yeah.
So but sure, like, if Moose was sitting in a corner last season,
you want to be
I would have came to Moose. If Summer was sitting in a corner last season, I would have approached Summer, because the vibe that they give off just from sitting in a room draws people to them. And Amal's initial look doesn't draw me to her. Karen, what are your thoughts on Amal?
I think she could be the opposite, the type that can just kind of like show up in a group and just like
blend in,
not be too weird. So like, I don't know, just the whole not wanting to be in alliances thing just like really throws me off, which makes me think she'll be a like early middle boot. Like, okay, not too early, but at least towards the middle, but still, towards the early end of middle.
Okay, so that's enough. Let's move on from Amal and go on to Anika. Anika, she's 28 as well. She's from Saskatoon. She's an investment advisor. She's typically the loudest person in the room. Anika is a force to be reckoned with. Her strategy is to win people over by building tight bonds and playing a fair game. But be careful, she isn't afraid to stir the pot. This woman right here tells me that she is going to be around, and you're going to know she's there no matter what. And I like that as a personality on my TV. And it's someone, if you could hone that in strategically, she is someone that can win, because she, to me, seems like someone that can keep people on task and working with her along the way, from what I've seen, from that first impression.
Yeah, for me, I wrote the words loud, spontaneous, hit girl, plans to wing it. So the fact that she plans to wing it, her energy, though, gives me adaptable. I feel like that's why I said she seems more flexible than floater to me. She seems like the kind of person where she could make a night one 6-person alliance, win HOH, and put 2 of their asses up. Like, she seems like that type. And not often no weird, like, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants shit, but some like, I saw how you competed in the HOH, and I'm not going to be able to beat you in the future, so you have to go up now. Like, she just seems very matter of fact, very like, I'm playing to make it to the next round, which a lot of people disagree with me, but I feel like that's how you play Big Brother. You don't play to make it to Final 2. You play to make it to the next HOH. That's me personally. But she seems like that type of player, and I think that's why I like her a lot.
So you're a day-to-day player.
Not necessarily day-to-day. I do think ahead, but in my mind, when I play Big Brother, I play to make it to the next HOH. I don't make game deals. I make 2-week deals.
Okay.
I never put a number in my alliance name, like that kind of shit. Like, I'm not.
So you have commitment issues.
Karen, what are your thoughts on Anika?
So for me, isn't she the one that gets up at like 5:30 to work out? Yeah. Is she the one that does that? Because that's just crazy. But I guess good for her. She's a better person than me in that sense. For me, it really just depends on if she's annoying and if she's nice or mean, because those two things matter. With if you're loud and like that type of big personality, like if you're rude or one of those people who's I'm just honest, but you're really just mean, then she's not going to go far because people aren't going to want to be around her. But if she is actually nice and she has that kind of like loud personality, then that's infectious in a good way, and people would want to be and keep her around.
My take on Anika is she is one of, I hate to say this, I think she needs a showmance. I think she needs a partner in this game that is going to tone her down and make her chill and make her comfortable and make her happy, because I don't feel like she actually understands what Big Brother is. I don't think she understands the strategy of the game. I think that she needs, and also she said that she wants a showmance. I don't think she's here to play Big Brother. I think she's here to be on television.
Do you see any showmancers in this cast for her?
There's a lot of cute guys.
There's a couple hot guys.
Yeah.
I can see where did my pictures go? Because I'll know him when I see his name. I couldn't see. Here they are.
Maybe Ty.
I can see her with Roberto, 100%. And then maybe Dan, but Dan, it seems like he's there to play Big Brother, and she will be a hindrance.
I think I could see her with Ty.
Yeah, because Ty is also there not to play Big Brother. He's also there to be on television. So that's a good match.
Yep. Those are a couple that we see.
Ty is on BBCAN so that he can be on Love Island Can. That's why he's there.
We'll talk about that more when we get to Ty. But last season, Sheldon, I called it. JC Lynn and Gino, I said in this cast assessment, I said, I called it almost to a T. I said Stephanie is going to go for Gino, but it's not going to work out because he's going to have his eyes on JL from jump. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. That was exactly what happened. We're just looking at photos and reading bios. I was like, oh, this is a wrap. That's a wrap.
So one of the things that she said, and at least she's aware of this, she said that people think that she's arrogant and has a resting bitch face. Like, the fact that she's aware of that is a good thing. I don't know if she can control it. I don't know if she could actually reel herself in, which says pre halfway through the season, pre-jury for me.
You think pre-jury?
I think she might need a Daniel Clark, a gamer who could be her best friend in the game to chill her and to help and to support her, or a showman. I think she needs a partner to teach her how to play the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I could definitely see a situation where she is on the block and has her boyfriend win the veto to take her down. Like, and that's because if she doesn't come down, she's gonna go home. Like, it's that I can see like that kind of deal.
Well, in the chat, Sam says the people that seem like they don't know a lot about the game, he's worried about. And I agree, and I feel like she may be a part of that. I think, though, she gives me, from just original looks, I feel a lot of summer vibes. And from the original, listen, she's loud, she's boisterous, she's here to be on TV. Summer was here for a showman. Summer didn't even know the game. Summer only started watching last season because the coworker she hated loved the show. So she wanted to be on the show that her coworker that she hated loved to watch. Yeah. That's a fact. She said that in her bio. That's the only reason she even applied, was because the coworker she hates loves BBCAN.
I don't want to prejudge, and I might sound like a dick. Summer was lovable. I don't know if Anika. Man. I don't know if Anika is.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
We're going to have to see then. We're going to have to see.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. Next up, though, we have Miss Claudia.
Oh, Claudia. We know a Claudia.
Claudia's 25 from Kensington, Prince Edward Island. She's a marketing coordinator. She's representing PEI to the fullest. Claudia is a great example of good things that come in small packages, but don't underestimate her strength as she plans to dominate in competitions and bring a strong social game. Sheldon, what are your initial thoughts about Claudia?
Oh, Claudia is going to be there a while. Claudia is going to make a friend. Claudia is going to try to make a boyfriend. Claudia, I think, is also going to play the game. Like I think Claudia is going to be there a while. I don't see a winner from Claudia. I really don't. I don't think she's the full package, but in terms of strategic abilities, but we're going to see her for a long time.
Okay.
And why not? She's a nice East Coaster. Why not? Gotta love him.
I think she seems sweet, like non-threatening. There's nothing about her that makes me think like, oh, they're gonna want to get rid of her like right away or anything. So I also think she'll be there a while.
Sam thinks she's attractive, so Sam's right. Sam's always right.
Well, isn't this whole cast attractive?
Yeah.
No,
to be attractive to be on BB.
Like low key, yeah.
Well, listen, I don't want to shit on Kevin.
Oh
Kevin's not like the most attractive human being.
This is true.
He's not ugly. He's an average guy.
When I first started watching the last season, my like first assessment was, okay, so there's 15 models and then Kevin.
So funny.
And Kevin won. So pick an average person and they win.
JT, what is your thoughts on Claudia?
Claudia, when I was watching her video, she gave me what's that girl's name? Brittany Haynes vibes a little bit.
Yeah. Small town girl.
Yeah, very small town girl who's just here to try her best. Like, I'm just gonna go in, I'm gonna give it what I got, and I'm not gonna I'm not intending to backstab anyone. I'm not intending to be anyone's best friend. I'm just going in to play Big Brother. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see what happens. Like, that's what she gives me, like that gumption that I'm Mama, I'm gonna make you proud, Mama. I'm going.
Okay, I'm sorry. Do that with a PEI accent.
Well, how does that sound?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I can't do those accents.
Me neither. So yeah, I just wrote small town girl. I wrote underestimated. I feel like she's going to be someone that the guys are going to think they're going to be able to manipulate, and then she's not going to have it. I also think that she's someone that the girls will think, oh, we can have a girls alliance with her, but we're all physically fitter than her, so we'll be able to. She'll just be like, if one of us has to go, she'll be the first one to go, and she's not going to be having that either. Like, she gives me very I'm going to go in, I'm going to try my best, and we'll see what happens. I agree with you, Sheldon. I don't see a winner in her. I feel like she's missing a couple of things. I feel like she's missing what I write here. She's missing some of the physical for me. I feel like she's fit, but I don't think that she's strong. And those BBCAN comps tend to, a lot of times, when they're physical, be physical. I also don't see a lot of game knowledge, game history, a lot of it's easy, when you're there to see, okay, I need this many votes versus this many votes, but it's not easy to think, well, if we vote this person out, then that's one less vote for this person next week, that kind of thing. So I don't see that part there, but I definitely do see her. I have her going out at 8 or 9. That's what I currently have her at.
I think she's getting 4th place.
Wow. Wouldn't you want to bring her to the end if she can't win?
She might be too sweet.
Well, yeah.
Maybe she could win.
Sorry,
Gabler.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I definitely could see that, Karen, because as we're getting into the especially when we start getting into these physical boys, these people are gonna be, if they aren't gonna win strategically, they're gonna win physically, and just happen to be in the top 8 because they won comps. So I think that whoever's in that final 4 or 5, especially if Claudia is there, especially if Santina is there, they're going to have to really decide who they want to sit to in the end and be smart. I can definitely see a cast like this, if they're going to play the game the way that they made these videos, that it can be a decision where somebody takes the wrong person to the final 2.
So here's my assessment as I'm reading through. I love the fact that her strategy going into the house is to make genuine connections, relationship building wise, because she knows that she needs to gain people's trust. That to me says winner, and not necessarily winner, but like deep run, right? And the reason I'm with Karen on this, because if you understand how important the relationship building piece is, and we're not talking about friendships, like, right? We're not talking about what Anika wants to do. We're talking about relationships where you're like, hey, I got you, you got me. Let's work together, and maybe visit it later, maybe not, but like have the.
You see, like I don't know if she could find that line between business relationship and friendship. I don't see her cutthroat enough to go to win. Okay. I don't see her being able to backstab a friend in order to win the game, if that is what it takes. I don't see that.
You know what? I don't know. She plans on playing an all-around game. She wants to be strategic. That's what it takes to win. That's what it takes to win, is making those hard decisions, if you will, when they need to be made.
I don't think she has dinner to make those decisions.
Then so then here's another question. I'm looking at her. This is just off looks. She reminds me a lot of Jordan Lloyd. Do you think we're going to see something like that? There's no Big Jeff here.
Jordan Lloyd learned how to play Big Brother while she was in the Big Brother house.
Yeah, correct.
So it's possible, but I don't know. So Claudia gives me the vibes where like it'll be like her best friend and her boyfriend on the block, and then she'll go in intending to vote out her best friend and then make a rash decision and vote out her boyfriend instead. Or she'll like ask us like, "Can I vote for me instead?" Like, you know.
Look, like I don't think she's Victoria from Big Brother. I don't think that's who she is. Right. So, and I think she might have the potential to be the Jordan Lloyd, Kevin, that you're speaking of. She's just not there right now, I don't believe. And like she is somebody who will go and make friendships, and I believe those friendships will carry her far into the game. I just am not certain that she doesn't have the ability in her tummy to actually make that big call when she needs to make that big call. She doesn't have a good tummy like me.
Okay. I mean, I can see that. I think it's going to be an interesting look because I feel like we have a bunch of different feelings on Claudia. The main feeling that we have is that she's probably going to be okay early, and then we will see. And I think that's kind of how that's going to go. Next up, we have Daniel. Daniel right here. He got the beanie going on. He's got the smile. Daniel Clark is 33 from Toronto. He's a graphic designer. This loud and proud superfan plans to play between alliances to help further his game. Although he can't keep a secret to himself and loves to gossip, Daniel will use his cheerful outlook and fierce determination to bring home the big win. I love that shirt, though.
Same.
I love that shirt right there with the colors. I love that. Initial thoughts on Daniel.
So I'm not sure. I feel like there's potential. There's lots of potential. I know I've seen him like around the Sequester community. From what I'm seeing on Twitter, he won a Sequester mini. So, and I mean, that's nothing to like toot your nose at because that shit is an emotional turmoil. But he's a super fan. He wants to be social. He considers himself a versatile player. quote icon status. I'm worried that he's gonna go in the game and play too hard, too fast. I can see him going in. I can see the HOH being something what they say is luck based, but or skill based, but is actually luck based. And he just flukes his way into a win, and then decides to like put up two big brandish guys because he happened to make a night one alliance with like 4 girls, and then one of those guys comes off the block, and then the other guy stays. So now he has both of them in the house, and they both win, and then he goes home in week 2. Like I hate it, but like I see it happening because he wants to play this game. Like this video is like my first BB audition video, like 6 years ago, before I realized that I did not know how to play Big Brother because all I did was watch it on TV. You know, I would never say or do any of those things now. Like I'm not sure. Like if he can go in and be like, all right, let's take a second. We're here. The hardest part is done. Now I need to sit down, shut up,
just play,
observe, and just play. Instead of, oh my God, I'm here. It's time.
Well, no, do that for the first 5 minutes of you walking in the house.
Exactly.
Get it out of your system. Run around, check out all the rooms. Be excited that you're there.
Right. Once y'all have sat in that circle and said names and occupations, that phase should be done.
Yeah, has to be.
How long does BBCAN last? Is it shorter?
2.5 months, something like that.
2.5 months or so. So that's 60 days,
shorter
70 days.
So he has time to chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely agree that there's that potential, especially when you have like super fans or people who play the online games, they can flame out fast. But I kind of at least I want to see someone who's had success in online games to actually have success on the real show. So I'm hoping for the best with him. Maybe I think he plays live games too, right? I don't know. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't know how he's done in anything like that. But I don't know. I think he has what it takes, but can he like keep it together?
So let me answer that question. I believe he can keep it together, and I have evidence. I have evidence for that. I played Sequester with Daniel. I believe I pushed him out at 4, if I remember correctly, and I lost and came in second place against somebody named Keeley, who is now in med school at Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario, who was his ride or die. And I actually think that I assume that's exactly how he's going to play this game. He's going to have a ride or die. I assume they're going to work together completely and totally. I assume it's going to be a female as well. I assume the female is going to be in a showmance, so he's going to be protected by that third. And here's the biggest thing to answer your question about can he tone it down. When I played with him, he was not the Daniel we saw in the video. He was calm. He was very focused. He was very sincere. He was very empathetic, and he was very kind. I had no idea the game that he was playing behind my back. So I actually think that this guy is a silent assassin. I think he could win this freaking game.
What a blindside, Shelly.
Right?
He's that good.
Wow, what a blindside. So you have knowledge of his gameplay. You have seen this.
I will also say that we've chatted on Messenger and we've also matched on Tinder. So, there we go.
Well, I'm on the Daniel train then.
So I am very pro Daniel. I think that he has the social chops. I think he has the strategic chops. And I know he will be, well, I hope I hope he will be able to tone it down. I am pro Daniel. I don't think he'll be a comp beast just because of his physical characteristics, but I don't think he'll need to be. I think his girlfriend in the house is going to be the comp beast, and the girlfriend showmance is going to be the comp beast. I don't think he'll need any of that.
Wow, I did not expect all of that intel
Mic
that
drop.
Sheldon had. That was amazing. Listen, I have nothing negative now to say about this man.
First one out of the house, Daniel Clark.
Yeah.
I do agree with JT though. Playing in a sequester, playing in a game from your home and org, even in LRG, it is different than
Not
playing knowing that you're now on television and you will be recognized at least for the next year when you're out and about, right? It's a little bit different because now you're playing. There's real stakes, right?
Yep.
There's real stakes now. You're playing for $100,000 Canadian or whatever the prize money is.
Yep.
Because I think that's what it is. You're playing for 100. That's life-changing money. Sequester, you play for no dollars. On LRG, you play for like maybe $370 or $750 or something like that, right? You're not playing for this kind of money on this scale, but if you can take those same characteristics and attach them to this, man, oh man, this dude sounds like he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And
I'll also give one more prop. He's a 33-year-old man. This isn't a kid. He knows himself. He's mature. I'm a big Daniel fan. If I get to choose first in the draft, I will tell you he's mine. I shouldn't be saying that because maybe some of you will take him away from me. But I not only personally want him to win, not that I really know him at all, like we're acquaintances at best, but I think that he has the chops to freaking win this game.
Listen, you're closer friends than any of the three of us, so that's enough for me to understand where you're coming from. You've seen his game firsthand. I think we're going to leave Daniel there. That's the most compelling story. We're going to be watching. I think as we watch this season, we will be watching for Daniel because of Sheldon's personal Tinder match that he had.
I don't think it had a real conversation after the match.
Well, listen, if you guys go on a date, we need to know all the details, Sheldon, when he gets out the house.
You know what? Because he's been on Big Brother, I do not want to go on a date. I don't want any of that. I don't want celebrity around me.
Well, next up, guys, we have
Dan Zabo.
Dan is from Niagara Falls, Ontario. He's a DJ, and with a carefree attitude and the good looks to match, Dan plans to charm everyone in the BBCAN11 house. His strategy involves being part of a large alliance that allows him to make big moves without getting dirt on his hands. I love the fact that Dan here, he got all the chains, but I love the fact that Dan here said, listen, I'm trying to get into a level 6 type group, and then, hey, let's just rock out. That's the plan.
So, yeah.
What a strategy.
So I have him. I have him as second boot.
Listen, I don't think he's going that early, but I am looking at his bio, right? I'm going to just read you the bio, okay? I'm just going to read it to you because that's where we're at here. He's 28, pronouns he, him, zodiac sign Scorpio, hometown Niagara Falls, occupation DJ, relationship status single. Why do you think you were selected to be on BBCAN? I have a pretty carefree attitude and a lot of time. I'm simply looking to boost the overall mood in a room. What is your strategy going into the house? Be a part of a larger alliance, 4 to 6 people. Lay low for the first few weeks, then start getting more involved with bigger plays.
I hate it.
What part of the Big Brother Canada experience do you think will be the hardest for you? Being away from my friends and family. Also, not being able to listen to music. Last question, how do you want people to remember you as a player? Comp beast.
I hate it. I hate it.
Moose? Is he Moose?
No, because at least Moose was there for vibes, and I could feel it through his picture and through his bio. This dude is there to be the next DJ Pauly D, and he's on the wrong show.
This guy reminds me of Kyle. This guy who was the podcaster.
So his video, I was like, all right, I may be able to get behind this a little bit. And then like when I read it and I read his bio, I was like, and it just started reinforcing the bad things. I was like, this is not a good look.
So what are the bad things, JT? Like what's off?
He doesn't know this game at all.
Kevin, read the bio again. That's
like the fact that it was as if he decided to answer the questions 5 minutes before it was supposed to be turned in. So he gave no thought to these things. He literally, why do you think you're selected? Because I'm pretty chill. And a lot of the time, I'm still looking to just boost the mood. What is that?
Is Dan not the prime example of why this should be an all-star season? Like I cannot imagine that of all the men that applied to Big Brother Canada, this schmuck was chosen. Like, I don't get it. And here's the thing: this is another guy. He's not here to play Big Brother. He's here. He's a DJ. He said in one of his videos he was just in China performing. Like, he wants his name out there. He wants more Instagram followers or TikTok or whatever the heck the kids are watching these days. That's why he's here. Look at him. He looks like a supermodel. He's obviously good looking. Good for him. But I don't care. I don't care if you're good looking. I want to watch you play a game and do strategy. Now, if he gets into a showmance, I don't know, maybe. I'm with JT. I think he's going like 2, 3, or he's going to win HOH, not have a clue what he's doing,
correct,
and screw up and be out the next week.
He's gonna
I did write the one thing he has going for him is, quote, I want to take risks. I feel like that can go in two very, very different ways. That can go in two very, very different ways. If he takes the right kinds of risks with the right kinds of payoffs, we might be having a different conversation week 6. But if not, we'll talk about why Dan lost.
So Dan is everything I hate about Big Brother. And why I've never watched it, because like I've seen the ads for whatever, maybe I'll catch a little bit of it over the years. I'm just like, wow, this is just dumb hot people in a house trying to play a game. But I don't know.
You see, to me, that's why he doesn't make sense to be on this cast, because that's not usually what's cast on BBCAN.
BBCAN doesn't normally cast like this. That's a BBUS thing, apparently.
It's a BBUS cast. So either they screwed up or we're not seeing something here. I don't know.
I don't know, but I mean, just in my experience in life, like the way Dan looks is just kind of like another level, to the point where I don't even find it attractive, It's just like because I know, like, I've never met someone who looks like that in life that has like anything going on in their head.
Wow, that's very stereotypical.
It is, but I'm not saying that just because you're like super hot or whatever doesn't mean you can't like have a good personality or be interesting in other ways. But I mean, the bio also reinforces this preconceived idea I have. His video also reinforced this idea as well.
The one thing that I did find kind of interesting is that, he was asked if he was going to be in a showmance or not, and he said no. Like, maybe there is an inkling of strategy there. Maybe there's, like, I don't know. I'm going to give
there is no strategy there. Let's not even sit here and pretend. Listen,
I think he just wants to be a reality star and have TikTok.
Correct. Yeah. He's going to get into a group. He's going to get into a group. He's going to be safe. That's what he's looking for, and that's what he's going to get. Here's the thing, though, and I'm looking here at him. I don't think he's second boot. I think that he goes, though, pre-jury, and or he's like one of the first ones out at jury, because I think he's going to be a person in a group and going to be the easiest one to get out of the said group. Like he's going to be the one that
he doesn't have any other relationships except for the group.
That group,
that's
exactly.
Gonna be the main reason. He's going to make his 6. It's going to be like Dan, Jonathan, Renee, Roberto, and like Claudia or something like that. And they're going to like have like this. It's going to be called like the Super 5 or like
the Fantastic 5 alliteration,
or something like that, right? And then they're going to like eliminate the duds on like weeks 1, 2, and 3, and then fucking like
somebody
gonna win HOH, and then he's gonna be like, guess what, guys? And then he's gonna be the easiest to
in the 5. They're gonna be like, we can get rid of Dan because Dan's not connected to anybody else. Exactly. And that's what's going to happen. Yeah, and it's because like. And he's going to have been on there. You're going to see him on Instagram afterwards. He's going to be the one doing Instagram lives. We could probably get him on this show. Hell,
he'll be on Too Hot to Handle soon.
Yeah, he'll be on Too Hot to Handle. I sorry to say it, man, but I feel like he's Winston from BB20, right?
Yes.
Winston's in level 6. He is the first one to go from level 6. You don't really miss him because he didn't really have any other relationships outside of level 6. And that's what we're looking at here from this dude who just wants to vibe out and be like if you tell me I want to be in a huge alliance to kick it, you're not doing any work here.
Yeah. Like you're there to be carried to the jury to then try to make it to the final 2 to say, look, I made it here and I had everyone else do my dirty work for me.
What are you talking about? He's trying to make it to jury so he can get paid the full stipend. That's it. What do you mean final 2? What do you mean final 2? That's a lot of work. I'm just trying to get that full stipend. That's it.
I can't imagine that full stipend is that big.
I'm sure that it's going to be like what it is that you look and you're like, I get X amount of dollars for X amount of weeks. If I get into a group that gets me to jury, I can go home first and I get paid for all the weeks. I'm good. And you're right. It's not a ton of money. I've been on TV long enough. I think you're giving him too much credit.
I think he hasn't thought that far ahead. I'm sorry.
There's not a lot of hopes for Dan, and it's crazy because Dan physically is a guy that you would think would be someone that could do really well, like when you look at him. And I think that he might like do well in comps. I'm not taking that away from him at all. He might do well in comps, but
there's bigger guys. Like there's one guy who I've never seen a chest like that in my life.
And we'll get to him, but like it's just I don't have high hopes for Dan. I don't have high hopes for him to do well in this game. And I'm with you, Sheldon. I don't like these people on my screen because it tells me that maybe the casting wasn't there right now. He screams recruit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Screams recruit.
100%. Which is a shame.
Yeah, because I just personally don't like watching strategy game shows that are full of recruited models. Like, it's not as fun to watch, like, because the gameplay just isn't there.
Speaking of, man, we have next up Hope. Here is Hope.
I have some hope for Hope.
You have hope for Hope?
I do.
I hope so, because Hope.
I don't know if I have high hopes, but
there's some hope. Hope here, he's 23. He's from Milton, Ontario. He's a skills coach. Not sure what that is, but he's a skills coach. He helps kids.
He like helps kids with play basketball and deal with their problems or something.
Which one is it? But here's the thing.
Both.
He's always good vibes with Hope steps into a room. His megawatt smile and captivating energy will draw the house guests in without a doubt. He's calm, cool, and collected when he needs to be, but when it's showtime, he plans to turn on the comp beast.
So the producer, who is in charge of approving the pictures for the website, needs a pay cut. This is a horrible picture of Hope.
Yes.
What is that? That was like an in between takes picture. Like it's really bad. But let's talk about Hope and not his.
Listen, this is another one of these bios that I feel like I gotta read. Hope, relationship status. Okay, occupation, skills coach. Relationship status, dating. Why do you think you were selected to be on BBCAN11? My energy. What is your strategy going to the house? Building strong alliances and connections with people. What part of the Big Brother Canada experience do you think will be the hardest for you? Being away from home and family, from my friends and family.
So
how do you want people to remember you? A comp beast. That's it.
Okay. All right.
My take on Hope.
Yes, please.
He's got no hope. No. This man's got no hope. Here's the thing about Hope. On paper, I think he seems like the perfect Big Brother player. He's extremely handsome. He's extremely fit. He is kind. He's got a career where he's helping people. He has a charity named after him where he's building, I think, basketball courts around. Like on paper, he is Superman. However, I don't think he knows what Big Brother is. I don't think he's ever seen much Big Brother. I don't think he knows what he's doing. I watched the interview between him and Jed from ET Canada, and former BBCAN11, I think top 3 or top 4. He couldn't answer a question. I don't know. We're not getting diary room sessions from Hope because Hope can't speak about anything. The answer to every single question was the same 3 words. Oh, I'll be versatile. Oh, I'll change. Oh, I'll be versatile. He couldn't answer. I do not understand how he is in the house.
This man's most prized possession is his body.
Yes. And he's got a wonderful body.
Did he say that?
Yes.
I feel so...
okay. All right. My hopes are you're killing them.
His dream vacation says being in Canada is my dream vacation.
So you see that there's something deep in that. Like there is something special in what he said, but there's nothing else.
Yeah. So for me, Hope, in order for Hope to do well, Hope is gonna need a lot of reinforcement. When I'm assessing a cast, I like to try to look at, one, if they had to be in a showmance, who would they be with? And 2, who would they align with based on their personality? I don't see him aligning. I don't see, he doesn't mesh with this group. In my opinion, this was bad casting. He does not mesh. I get it. Like, it's about, like, the whole point of these shows is a social experiment, and it's about putting people whose lives are different and putting them all together. He has something in common with these people, and that's it. He's beautiful. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think he meshed with one of the girls?
I feel like he could get along.
I could see maybe I could see something with maybe him and Kuzi. Maybe
he's dating currently. His relationship status.
That doesn't mean anything. It's the Big Brother house.
That's the thing, though. Like, if he sticks to it, that's not really like
right.
He's gonna need a showmance. I thought he needed a showmance.
He's gonna need a showmance. He's gonna need, like, if there's one time where I'm like, go get a guys alliance and stick to it.
Yeah,
this is it. That is his way of making it deep into this game.
Isn't what Hope's gonna do is he's gonna come in, win the first HOH, screw somebody over really quickly, and then be voted out second week? Like to me, that's kind of what's gonna happen with this team.
I don't think so, man. I think I think him and Dan are gonna bro down. That's 2 of the 6.
Yeah.
That's 2 of the 6 right there.
Yeah, okay, but 2 people who don't know how to play the game, if they bro down, they're still not going anywhere. They're still not staying in the game. They can win comps. He needs more than 2.
They're going to win comps.
I don't know. I don't actually see Dan as a comp person at all. There's stronger guys than Dan. Hope certainly will be able to win any physical comp probably.
Yeah.
But not all comps are physical. Like that's just the way Big Brother is. Some are luck, some are skills based, some are memory based.
And he's in trouble in those, but like in the skill comps, I think he's gonna be. I mean, he's a skills coach, so he's a skills coach.
I'm fully with JT. He needs a boys alliance, and he needs a really quick.
Yeah, fast. Night one.
Yes, like he needs to, and his moves are gonna have to be. He doesn't have it in him, but his moves are gonna have to be very calculated. He's gonna have to be careful about. Right, he doesn't have that.
Yeah,
only hope. He's gonna have to be very intentional with who he puts in this alliance. And the other thing is he can't start it. That's the biggest hurdle. Is he can't start it.
I don't think he would. I think looking at him, reading through this thing, he's going to be approached, and he's going to go with whatever the first deal that is brought to him.
I think,
and that's kind of it.
I think it's going to be Hope, Zach, and Ty. I think those are the three that are going to end up together because they're the big dudes that could probably do great things in competitions. They're going to see each other. And I don't know what bros do. Hit each other's chest, hit each other's bums. I don't know what bros do. But whatever the heck the bros are going to do, they're going to do it to each other.
I feel like he has potential to be able to make connections with people, but if like those were his answers in the interview, then if he's too closed off maybe like in an interview, he's not about to just like go talk a bunch, but maybe when you're actually in the house with him and like sit down with him, maybe he'll be able to open up and make those relationships. But I think just the biggest problem with him is he's not a strategist and he doesn't know the game. And
which by the way, is a little bit of a theme that we're seeing here.
Yeah. You're right.
It's true. Next up, we have Jonathan Leonard. Jonathan, right here.
Can I go
so
first?
Like the most stereotypically Canadian person we could find.
That's fine. That is fine. I am obsessed with this.
Before we get to that, he's 33. He's from Paradise, Newfoundland. He's from Paradise, Newfoundland. He's a fisherman. Being a dad and fisherman has taught this small town Newfoundlander patience, which he will need to bring home the biggest catch of the year, the title of BBCAN11 winner. JC, go ahead and go.
I really liked him. I can see if someone's like, he was kind of boring. I liked him. I liked his energy. He also is from Newfoundland. I'm a huge fan of Come From Away, the Broadway musical.
Welcome to the Rock if you come from away.
So he already has a check in my book based on that alone. But he just seems very genuine. He seems very he gives me Donnie vibes. He's very like, I want to play the game. I'm going to do the best I can. And hopefully I don't screw anyone over, but I have a son at home, so I will if I have to. You know what I'm saying? Like he gives me very wholesome, like if he has to backstab someone, he's going to try to like do it in the nicest way possible. Like he's gonna, like, if he is the deciding vote, he's gonna tell you like when you're called to the living room for the live show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's that guy. He's gonna.
He's daddy.
Yeah.
And JT wants him to be his daddy.
Period. I wrote by his name, winner? Question mark. I really. I'm liking his vibes. I feel like he has the personality to ingratiate himself with the manly men, as well as ingratiate himself with the girls, as well as make himself approachable to people like Daniel or Amal that he wouldn't necessarily vibe with in general.
I think when I see him, I'm reading through this bio. He's like a 33-year-old version of Marty, right? Marty vibed with the guys, but he was an older guy. I think because Jonathan is married and he has a kid and he cares a lot about his kid, and that's like his biggest thing is being a dad. I think that he's not going to seem threatening. For the ladies, he's going to be like a friend because he's not going to be looking for any of their attention romantically. So he's wholesome.
And he looks like he's 25.
Yes.
And not 33. So that helps him a lot.
Looks super young.
What
and
does
is probably
33-year-old look like?
Look like a 33-year-old dad with a 12-year-old kid.
Correct. He has a young and I think I'm with JT. I think that this dude has winner upside. I think he has winner upside because I look at him and I'm not threatened, which is how you win this game. Because you need to not be threatening. He's a fisherman. I'm not really tripping about a fisherman. He could probably win some comps. And I'm be like, good for him. And like, look at John. Let's go, Jonathan. And we're high-fiving. He's high-fiving me. Then I look up and I'm like, oh, Jonathan's in the final two. How did we get here?
Right.
How did we get here?
Karen, what do you think?
I just think that he, especially compared to the rest of this cast, like, when will there be a point where he is going to be the one where they're looking at him to be like, oh, he needs to go? Because I think he's going to be very polite. He's going to be not devious. So I think he'll be very trustworthy and loyal and just generally pleasant to be around. But he also doesn't seem like a dum-dum. So I think he does. Could he be the full package? I don't know. But I guess it just kind of, I don't know. I think he'll be able to get along with everyone, though. He just seems like very pleasant.
So I think we're all aligned that he's probably going to go far. I'm not certain that he could win. And my only concern about him being able to get to the end and seal the deal is he a good enough storyteller? Is he able to get the jury to do more than think, oh, I'm a nice guy, but I actually made strong moves along the way that weren't just about my social game. And that's really my only concern about him. He reminds me of, there's a woman in her 40s in BBCAN11 named Tina Thistle, also a Newfoundlander. She was probably there until midway to the jury, halfway into the jury round. Really kind, sweet. Everybody liked her. The difference between her and between him and Tina is that Tina couldn't win comps. He will be able to win comps, and I think that gives him that extra edge to get him further into the game. I'm just worried that he might not be able to tell his story well, because I could just imagine what his story is. Oh yeah, I was just friends with them and I did my best and I went all the way and I love my son. He's such a good boy. And I don't know if in BBCAN11 that's enough to win. I think you need to do big things at some point in the game, and I am uncertain he can. I wish he can, because he seems like a great human being. I did find him a little boring, but that's okay. His first day in front of a camera, he's a fucking fisherman. Maybe he was scared. So maybe he's not that boring, actually. But what?
You're boring.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Also, just because you're not like obnoxious and yelling and doing flips in front of a camera doesn't mean you're a boring person.
No. That's not what I meant. Because
no, I mean, I feel like there was a lot of that in these videos I watched. Though.
Yes, I agree, and I don't mean that he's boring because he's not doing that. I just mean he was a little monotonous and he was a little bit like self-reflective.
Give me a boring player though, because
I love boring players.
So that's how they win. That's how they win.
Kevin wasn't boring.
Kevin's a unicorn. Okay, Kevin is a Tony Vlachos, right? Yeah. There's not a lot of those. Give me a boring guy that's going to hang out and observe. Derek was boring.
Yes, yeah.
Derek Levasseur is boring.
But Derek had a significant strategic mind. I see no evidence of that in him. And maybe he'll surprise me and he'll surprise us. But I hope he does, because look, he has a son. Look, there's a lot of life experience in a man who's 33 years old that has a 12-year-old son. He had a kid at 21. He had to grow up really, really quick. So it's not shocking to me that he's boring. Like he had to become an adult very quickly. So and I think that's actually going to propel him in this game. But can he make those cutthroat decisions? I hope he can, because I really he's your next door neighbor that you want to win.
I love it.
All right.
I love it. I like Jonathan. Next up, though,
and he's a ginger. So
yes.
Another
next
John.
up, we have John. John
and John. Wait,
John
so by the way,
Michael.
we have a Dan, we have a Daniel, we have a John, we have a John.
I think you're right
Dan,
that if the
Daniel,
cast
Jonathan.
really had who they had, and that was kind of it. This guy is John. He's 28. He's from Bradford, Ontario. He's a project manager. John Michael is he's John Michael, by the way. John Michael is bright, extroverted, and happy-go-lucky guy. While appearing unthreatening, he will mask his competitive nature behind a colorful charm to deceive all the house guests and to take himself to the end. I like this shirt again. I like his blazer. I really like his blazer. I think that's really cool.
I'm annoyed that they don't have him in yellow.
That would have been nice. That is John. John is 28. He is happily single. Karen, what are your thoughts on John Michael?
Well, he wants to deceive people, and I think most people just aren't very good at that. And usually there's at least one person who can see through it. So I don't have too high hopes for him, because I think someone's going to see through him, and he's going to be a little too maybe sloppy, because I think he's a fan. So he's going to be super excited, and I think he's not going to be able to keep it together, and he's going to slip up.
Okay.
And maybe go like early middle as well. Maybe he can slither through the grass for a little bit, but I think someone's going to notice him.
I think so too. What do you think, JT?
I have him at 6 or 7. I have him going pretty far and getting cut because he was too conniving, and they can't let him make it to the end. I like that he said, sorry. But it seems like he wants to try and be as strategic as possible. He doesn't like floaters. Floaters grab a life vest. I really like that. I like the fact that he is gonna come into the game with a point of view. I do agree with Karen, though. He has to be careful with how he does it. Not everyone can be Dan. And he has to make sure that if he's going to be this strategic mastermind, if he's going to backstab people, if he's going to get people to do his dirty work, the key always is to make them think that it's their dirty work. That's the key, is to make them think that it's their dirty work. And if you don't do that right, you're going to get caught up really easily. So that is my fear for him. But I do have him going deep single digits and getting cut because they can't let him make it to the end.
Do you guys? So, is he too similar to Daniel Clark?
I don't think so.
Yeah, no.
I think John Michael's going to be good TV, though.
Really? Because
he just comes out like, I think he's going to give good confessionals. I think he's going to be paying attention to the game, unlike half the cast.
He said that his most prized possession is his Apple Watch, and he said, "How else will I be able to tell time?" This man is here to make jokes. He's here to hang out. I like that energy.
Yeah, I don't know. I sense a lot of similarities with Daniel Clark, in terms of his strategic abilities, his personalities, eccentric, loud. It would be really interesting if the two of them could actually pair up. One of the things that I like that he said is that he says that he's an extrovert and he wants to adopt an introvert in the house. I think that is actually quite smart to have somebody in the house that he's going to be able to work with that's going to be the balance to him, that maybe calms him down, or maybe he brings up, like, and that would be really cool. And maybe that guy is Jonathan Leonard or Michael Leonard.
I was gonna say, is this Amal's friend right here?
Or Amal? Like there are a few people in the house who are those closer to quieter, introverted people that maybe strategically make a lot of sense for him to work with.
Yeah,
I see him going far as well. I think he's a strategic threat. I worry though that I wonder if he could hide it long enough. I think Daniel will be able to hide it. I don't know if he will. If John will be able to hide the fact that he is strategic.
Yeah,
he plans on hiding the fact that he's a super fan. So we'll see.
Yeah,
I could see a situation where John is put in a position where he's gonna have to put two people up, and he has a house meeting to do it. Like, like I feel like he's chaotic like that.
Is he gonna have a funeral like Dan's?
I think so that's the thing though. I think he's going to want to, right? I think he is going in as a super fan that is not out as a super fan. That's his plan. But there's going to be a lot of big brother things he's going to want to do that he's not going to do, but he's going to want to. So that's going to be an interesting take.
In a cast of not that many super fans, is there a benefit to be the super fan and telling people so you could adopt the non-super fan? Like I guess it's a double-edged sword. It could be hurt. It could help.
If I'm in a cast of non-super fans, I'm not talking about my fandom and I'm not talking about past seasons of the show, because I'm going to use that to get someone out that knows what's going on. Because I know that they know what's going on. If it was a whole cast of super fans, we could nerd out together. We could rock out and enjoy ourselves. But when this cast, when I'm like, oh, you're a DJ and you have never seen the show? I also have never seen the show, but do you see that Daniel guy? You see how excited he is?
Did you see how he had an orgasm when he saw Arissa? Yeah.
Yeah. He's dangerous. We can't have people here knowing this game. And then that dude with the DJ to be like, bro, you're right. We got to get rid of him. And that's why I'm not going to bring it up. My own fandom, because I don't want them to know that I have this leg up. I know about that comp, with that pressure cooker comp or whatever. I know about the things that happen on this show because you guys have watched it in Sequester, and that's kind of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think if John Michael could not say too much, I think he's going to be okay.
I agree.
Okay.
Next,
halfway through the cast, halfway.
Yep.
We need to move it along.
Koozie. 29, Victoria, British Columbia. 911 operator. She is a master manipulator. She knows how to read a room and will align herself with the strongest players in the house. Her social game will influence the vote to her liking. She has no problem twisting the truth to suit her best. She seems fierce, and I love it.
If she can deliver what she is, saying, then we could have someone good on our hands.
Have you seen the top she was wearing? I think she could deliver. This is she's very single though, and that is a bit of a problem because I think showmance is in her future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no doubt. But I don't know why you think that's a problem.
Because I don't think she's going to be able to play her own game. The biggest problem with JL last season was that JL was smart. JL knew what was going on. But once she got with Gino ran the show, and Gino was dumb. I mean, that's the truth. If Jamie Lynn was left on her own devices, Jamie Lynn would have been dangerous. Jamie Lynn was good.
We have evidence from the last few seasons of Big Brother that showmances actually get you farther in the game.
Yes, but I think that she's going to take a back seat though to her.
What if she gets with the DJ?
Oh no,
it could be. But what if? But I don't know. Like we have seen usually in these showmances of a guy and a girl that the guy takes the alpha position. Maybe Koozie's personality does not say she's willing to be anybody's beta. She might be the man or the koozie, or she calls herself Big Daddy K. So maybe she is going to be Big Daddy K in that relationship.
I love it.
I don't know. I actually really like Koozie a lot. I think she's going to have a lot to offer in this game. One thing there's a few things I like about her. Her job, she's a 9/11 operator. So that basically means she can handle tough information under pressure. She's calm, collected. That's a really good thing. And that's actually very, opposing to what her personality actually is. So if she can figure out how to balance those two things when she's under pressure to keep it calm, not show her cards, I think Koozie might actually end up being a danger, and I don't think a showmance is going to harm her. I think that if she's really the alpha, she might be the Gino to Ty or to somebody else. Like, I have big hopes for Koozie, and she's got a cool name.
If I was in this house, I'd want to be the guy that was in Koozie's romance because
just in her showmance, not anywhere else.
Because people are gonna talk to her. She is the person that is going to get information out of people.
Yep.
Well, she is going to every week. She's going to know the plan, and the week that she doesn't know the plan, she knows that she's the plan. She gives me the vibe that she can read a situation.
Yeah.
And with her background in 911, with her personality, she's gonna have that energy where she can sit in a bar and people will come up to her.
She's also a former Miss World Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
She's gonna be the one that is sitting in the pool by herself because she wanted a second to relax, and someone is gonna be like, "Here's my chance to go tell her the plan." Like she's gonna be that person.
I can see it.
Yeah. My only concern is, like, is she going to scare people?
Right.
Well, being a pageant girl, I think that she'll be able to blend in and work well with people. I don't think we're going to have a situation like BBUS last season. I think we're going to have her being fine being a pageant girl and not being a problem. It not being a problem for anyone. And I think she's going to be able to use those skills because she, to me, seems like someone that also is not just a pageant girl, like we were saying. As a 911 operator, she has to be cool, calm, and collective at all times.
Yeah. She did. Yeah. She definitely seems, I mean, she's not one-dimensional, so
no.
I think I'm excited to see her on my TV. I think she'll be entertaining at the very least.
I'm excited for it as well. I think she's going to do well, and
I do too.
We're going to move along because I think we're all in agreement that she's going to probably do pretty well. We're liking what we're doing there. Next up, we have Roberto Lopez. He's 30. He's a gym manager from Toronto. Beauty, brains, and brawn. Roberto has the three main ingredients to win the game. More than just a pretty face, throwing comps will sway the house guests to underestimate his intelligence and athletic abilities, keeping him under the radar and off the block. The fact that this man understands the importance of throwing competitions tells me that we are going to be in good shape. Good shape.
Yeah, I was a little worried at the beginning of his video. And then when he started talking about how he wanted to be physical and mental, and that he knew that certain comps you just can't win at certain times in the game, I was like, all right, I might start to have a little something for this. Yeah. I definitely can see him going pretty far. I have him in the final 5.
Wow.
Yeah, because I think that his physical is going to get him comp wise, and what he lacks in the physical comp wise, he will have in showman's wise. And I think that his his circle, his network will branch. I feel like he's going to be that player that doesn't, even though he hasn't talked to the HOH winner, his friend's friend did. So that he's not going up. He's that guy.
So this guy, do y'all know who Demetrius is?
No.
BBCAN11. Okay. Demetrius came into the house, big muscle guy, not necessarily the brightest, but a nice guy. And he got into a showmance. Who did he get into a showmance with? The legendary Aika Wong.
I know who that is.
Demetrius and Aika Wong, as of last season of Big Brother, were engaged on the show. Who knows if they're married by now? I hope they are, and I wish them the best. This guy, to me, shouts Demetrius all over. He is an absolute gentleman. He is just a nice, kind. I think he's going to be honest. I think it's going to be really hard for him to lie. And I actually think he needs Aika in the house. And a part of me wishes that he is in a showmance with Kuzi, because that's what he needs. I think he needs a Kuzi. He needs a koozie in the jacuzzi. That's what he needs. Okay? Because I don't actually see him going as far, JT, as you think in terms of top 5, unless he has a partner in the game. Because I don't think he's got the strategic chops. And I think he's too good of a person to naturally play Big Brother 2. So I'm worried about that for him. And I think he needs a partner to sort of say, yeah, we got to do this, buddy. I'm on your side. We're going to lie. We're going to cheat. We're going to steal. But we got to do it.
He's going to be in a showmance. Like, that's part of why he was cast, I believe, just for showmance options.
He's going to be. You gotta connect with the person. You gotta have vibe. You can't just be like, yeah, I'll take you.
No, but he was put there to be like, he was picked there for the girl to be like, okay, that's fine, I'll take you. Like, that's how he was put on the show.
But like, if he could connect with a woman who is strategic, and we don't know that he's not. I mean, like,
I think he is.
Yeah. If he knows of, not to just comp beast it the whole time, then yeah, I see potential, because I think he has a very high chance of getting involved in a showmance. So that's one tight partner, and strategically throwing comps at the beginning. I think he's going to go far.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be in that bro alliance that we were talking about with Dan and Hope. And I think he's going to be the leader of it. I think he's going to be the one steering these dudes, because he's going to be cool cutting them if necessary. He's going to have a little showman. She's going to be in the alliance too. And I think he's going to be okay.
I hope so. I have a question. We're sort of listening, as I'm hearing us talk. Is this a BB cast? Like, are we looking at a classic Big Brother cast?
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't feel like a Big Brother Canada cast.
This is a Big Brother US cast. This is the cast that's here. I don't know what a BB cast look like.
BB US, like, this is BB US, like 16.5, like 17.5, like right around there, like 16, 17, 18. This is that.
Well, that's a shame, because I've loved the BBCAN casts. They're weird ass people with different everything. These people just seem too normal to me.
Yeah, I think these people are here for showmances. We're here for a fun summer, even though we're having it in the winter. And I think that this is like a BB16, BB14, BB13 type cat. We're BB11. It's more like BB11 with Jesse.
You have a point, yeah.
It's like BB11. We're here to have a good time. Chima, we're here to hang out. And
we just happen to put this game on top of it.
Yep.
And is that a normal BBCAN cast? I don't know. I've only watched one season.
It's really not. Like, you get a lot of, I don't want to call them weirdos, but just a lot of really eclectic, strange people with very different backgrounds, different, like that's what the diversity, actually, and I don't mean just in race, has always been to me what's different about Canada casting. There's a lot of twins here. There's a lot of the same people.
Yeah, well, I feel like 2023 has been the year of reality shows focusing on love, including Survivor. I feel like all the shows are like low key trying to throw showmances on TV,
Yeah. Well, showmances bring people to watch. People watch for showmances.
Have we just been through a tough few years?
Watching last season, Marty pushed for JL and Gino to be together because he liked to watch showmances from inside the house. Creepy. People love the showmances, so that's what we're here for. Speaking of showmances, next up we have Renee. Renee, she's a law student at 24, and she believes her goofy and bubbly personality will either land her an alliance with the other women in the house or a flirty showmance. Either way, her innocent appearance and sharp tongue will make her presence known in the game. I think Renee is here to find a showmance.
So I agree with that. And from the few seasons of Big Brother that I've seen her archetype, and it's boring and doesn't add anything to the game.
Yeah, she is giving me early boot unless she latches onto a showmance in the first couple of weeks, and that's how she ends up not going on because one of the two of them is in a larger alliance. She gives me easy boot. She gives me not if I win something, it's by a fluke. She gives me I really want to be in your group, but I don't want to go against the house. Like, she gives me, Kevin pleading for his life to not go home, but and he knows that she's the one person that can change the vote because the house is split, but she wants to stay with the group that she started with. Like, she just gives me that. She gives me boring, not want to play the game. I'm happy in my place with my boyfriend that I met 6 days ago.
This is Dan's showmance. This is Dan's showmance. It's not going to get him much further in the game, but she's cute. He's handsome. That's going to be enough. This is what I'm seeing. This is the showmance for Dan.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, I can see that. I
don't disagree with anything y'all are saying. Here's my one thing that I find interesting. She's studying to be a lawyer. She's planning not to tell anybody that she's a lawyer. She also plans on being very quiet and low-key, which is not how she came off in her video. She seemed to be very bougie, likes living the high life. And so there's a little bit of that self-awareness that I think is really, really important before she goes into the house. And she's in law school. She's obviously not dumb. So maybe there's an inkling of something in there. But the truth is there's 2 or 3 other of her in the house already. So I don't know if I need her. Oh, and I don't know if the house will need her. And like, if she doesn't get a showmance, I kind of agree with JT. She could be one of the first few people out.
I think she gets a showmance early. I think this is a gap year. I think this is her gap year. She is in law school. She's going to be a lawyer, but this is for fun. This is the fun she's having. It's going on Big Brother this season. She's going to hook up with a DJ, and she's going to party and have a good time. And then when she's out of this Big Brother house, she's going to be a very successful lawyer, and she'll never talk about having been on Big Brother Canada 11.
Unless she's canceled very quickly. And then the lawyer career is over.
That's how reading through her bio, looking at her picture, that's how I see it. I think she's here to like have a good time, and not in a bad way, not in like a I don't know what's going on type of way, like in a I don't really care what happens here kind of way, because this is for fun. I'm 24 years old. I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to make out with the DJ.
I wouldn't be, so here's the thing. Again, I'm bringing up the lawyer thing. I wouldn't be surprised if she surprises us. That's it. I would not at all be shocked if she comes out and starts to play this game like an assassin, and we never saw it coming. But for the most part, I agree with everything y'all said.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that she says comp beast over floater. She's probably going to be a floater, but good try. I respect the attempt. Next up, we have
Santina.
Wow, I am excited.
Santina, 29, from Edmonton. She's an esthetician. She is determined and motivated to win big as a comp beast. Her strategy is to stay low-key when it comes to her competitive side until it's time to make her move. why do so many of these people want to win comps? I do not want to win any comps. I want to hang out because that's how you stay around. Sheldon, tell me about Santina.
Yeah, Santina seemed to be a lot of fun, a huge personality. Interesting background, half Thai, half, I think she was Métis. So like just this really interesting background, diverse background. I'm not sure that people would want to vote her out. I have a feeling people are going to like her. I think she's going to have a lot of friends in this house. And if she could leverage those friendships and build them into relationships, I think this might be a silent assassin that nobody sees coming. I don't know if she has the strategic chops. I really hope so because there's something about her that's really likable. But I'm really rooting for her. I don't fully know why though.
She seemed kind of all over the place in the video I watched, so I don't really know what to expect from her. But it's one of those. I guess we'll see.
I like the fact that she wants to be strategic. I like the fact that she understands that strategy is important. Toning down herself is important, at least what she says in her bio. And I really like the people that say that they don't want a showmance and then find themselves in one. Those are like my favorite people because they're like, no showmance, but like that is.
So she said she'll do whatever it takes to get her to the
That's
end.
what I'm saying.
I love that. I love that.
So, yeah, stick with me here.
Okay.
Watching her videos, reading her bios, really thinking about how she'll do in the game with this cast. I think she might be the Tiffany Mitchell of this cast.
Wow.
Okay.
Holy. JT, that's a big statement.
It is.
Okay.
When I say that is because Tiffany had this really innate skill that allowed her to one, not let her emotions control her, and two, realize that she has an alliance and that the alliance is her defense, but in the end, her alliance is not winning Big Brother.
Correct.
And I feel like that Santina has that mindset. Like, I'm here to play this game. I want to win competitions. I know that I need alliances. I know that I need relationships. I don't want to be in a showmance. There is no showmance. So she knows, we all know, that if she needs to be in a showmance at any point in time to make sure she doesn't go home, she will get in the showmance. And just the way that she interacted with her parents, just the whole thing, I just feel like she's very like, I'm here for the alliance because that's how you play Big Brother, but I know that I'm going to win this game and that I need to do what I need to do to win this game, and that she's going to make moves that serve her in the end. You know? I know it's a big statement. I know.
Oh, listen.
There's a lot of balls in that.
Tiffany Mitchell is, for those that don't know, she's my second favorite player ever.
Who's your favorite player?
Dan Giesling.
Wow.
And Dan Giesling. And for you to equate Santina to that, I want to see it. I want to see it because, like you said, Tiffany knew that the alliance was important, but it was important to keep her safe. Right. That's why it was important.
Right, exactly. Like, I'll never forget. I want to say it was like they were like, maybe it was like 7 or 8, and she was really, really, really considering like cutting ties and being like, I might have to go with the white girls. Like, you know?
Yeah.
But can I? So I got two thoughts about that. Thought number one is I never probably would have made that connection, JT, but I'm going to go along with that because I trust your gut, even though Tiffany Mitchell is probably my favorite reality TV game contestant of all time on any. I think she's brilliant, and I cannot wait to see her again. if what you're saying is true and she is a Tiffany Mitchell, then what you're actually saying to me is that she's going to win this game, because I believe that what stopped Tiffany from winning Big Brother was the cookout. I think that if she would have, if she would have went with the white girls and what's his name,
she
would have won the
game. Claire,
and you know, the likelihood of there being a cookout style alliance here, I assume, is minimal. I could be wrong, but I assume it's minimal.
I agree with you.
Which then to me suggests that Santina is going to win this game. That is huge, and now I'm excited for her.
Yeah, I feel like the thing, like the way that Santina does it though, is she goes into this game and on night one, she's just herself. She's loud. She's boisterous. She curses a lot. The way that she did in her video, she's a weirdo. The way that she self-proclaims in her video, she is herself. And she makes that foundation that, hey, I'm fun. You can like me. And then as the game progresses, she allows everyone around her to take each other out, because with how boring they are and with how they each have like this one thing that they want to focus on, that they want to do. They're not well-rounded. They're going to consistently take shots at each other. And she just lets the bullets fly around her. And then at the merge, she picks the strongest guy. What did I say?
Jury. Merge. We know what you mean.
Yeah. At the jury, she uses her previous relationship she has, and she makes a solid 4 with herself, the current strongest guy, the current most strategic player, and one player that is connected to one of the two of them. So that way, she has one person. If it comes down to 4, only 2 of those people are really connected, and she's connected with the other. So they have no choice but to either bite each other's heads off or take her. Either way, she's in the final 2.
I like that.
Wow.
Karen, how do you feel about Santina hooking up with Hope? How's that?
That might be a good idea.
Oh no! I think Hope can just bring her down.
If she could have somebody who's just like a guaranteed minion, you know?
Okay.
Is that bad?
No, I get you.
Yeah.
I like it. I like everything you're saying, JT. I like everything you're saying. I hope Santina can do this because I have high hopes for her.
Yeah, bro, if her video, if she brings to the game what her bio and video say combined, we're looking at the winner of BBCAN11, period.
Know who I don't have high hopes for?
Can I just say one other? Sorry, before we
go. I do.
Sorry, just before we go there, I just want to say one more thing about Santina. She is one of the most, to me at least, the most gorgeous women that been on Big Brother Canada. Mm-hmm. She is gorgeous. Mm-hmm. I just needed to put that out there on the record because wow.
I think she's second to Tanisha. Like, that's it.
Maybe.
And my 2 seasons that I've now watched, or I'm going to watch, it's Tanisha than her.
I think she's beautiful. I have to put that on the record.
Agreed. Next up, though, Shania.
Next, Skip.
She is
I'm so excited about her.
From Victoria, British Columbia. She's 27. She will use her witty humor and no-holds-barred attitude as a distraction to manipulate the house guests from the sidelines. Being vulnerable and authentic will win everyone over in no time and carry her to the end.
There you go.
Karen, go.
All right. This is my winner pick.
Okay.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
So when I was first watching her video, I was like, but as it went on, I was like, yes, I love everything about her. I think she's going to be great. Like I think she's the type of person who is smart, but can hide it. So she won't be like targeted or like be seen as suspicious or devious necessarily, but I also think she'll have the abilities to like build relationships, and she's interesting. She has interests. She does things. She doesn't just like go to the gym and do hot girl stuff. I don't know.
What do hot girls do these days?
Listen,
I don't know.
I'm on to Karen here. What part of Big Brother Canada experience do you think you'll find the hardest for you? Missing my friends, family, and my little sweet kitty. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I just felt like I really identified. She's like, I played video games, and she had at the kitten. I was like, yes, I love her.
I got it. I figured it out. That was it.
So, JT go.
So, so you remember how in BB20 Tyler like had this girlfriend who was like kind of boring.
Yep.
She made like one strategic move.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he dragged her to the end.
Yeah.
As far as he could. And they went on another show.
Yes, they did.
And then they broke up.
Mm-hmm.
That's her. I'm not a fan. She's Screamy Angela to me. I am not a fan. The thing that I do think that she has going for her, which it's actually not a small thing, is that she said she wants to stick to small alliances versus one large alliance. I'm a fan of that. Does
Dan know this? Does Dan know that this is how you play the game?
I'm a huge fan of this. You got to make 2-week deals with 2 people versus 8-week deals with 8 people. So that's it, though. She definitely like seems like she's gonna come into the game and like have an idea of what's happening. But I don't think that she has the chops to get there. I have her in like 10, 11, just because there are people that are gonna go before her. But I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. She might fucking be Angela and go into single digits. But who knows?
I think she's gonna be personable. I think she's gonna get into her showmance.
Yeah.
I don't have her showmance partner yet. When I'm just looking at this cast, I don't know who she's gonna be in a showmance with. But I don't
maybe
love
Roberto.
That's
possibly. I don't love the winner upside for her though. I just don't love the winner upside.
She's not thinking upsides. What are you talking about? She's going for a showmance.
Yeah, that's the hard part. And Karen, I know you vibe with her. I can see it. I can understand. But it's just I don't see a winner here. I see someone that is going to go into single digits because she's going to be in a showmance and they're going to vibe out. And that's going to kind of be it. You're going to see them.
What is the difference between Shania and Renee? Are they not the same? Are they twins?
Boring.
And Shania is it?
Well, yeah. Renee's a lawyer, no? Law student.
Yeah.
I think she's here for a hot girl summer one time. And I think
to me they're twins.
Shania, this is her life.
Yeah,
to me they're twins, but Renee has what is it? What's the opposite of street smarts?
Book smarts.
Renee
has book smarts and is here for a hot girl summer, and Shania is here to be a BBCAN all-star in 4 years.
This is her life. This is her life.
I don't see a difference between the two of them. I'm being very prejudicial. I don't know. I don't feel anything good about Shania. I don't think anything bad about her. She could be first out. She could. I don't think she can win, but she could be there for a long time. I have no sense of this woman. No clue. That's
I just watched a 2-minute video on her, and I was like, "That's my winner pick."
Well, listen.
Yeah, we didn't get a lot of press, a lot of preseason press.
No.
Well, they each had a 1.5-minute, 2-minute videos, and then they had an interview with ET Canada for 5 minutes to 7 minutes each. The shortest one was from Hope because the same answer to every question.
I think that she's gonna be someone to watch. We'll see what she ends up doing.
Why?
Next up, Well, like I said, I think I want to see what Karen sees. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what Karen sees.
Look, we're usually so wrong with our cast assessments, anyways. That's just the honest to goodness truth. I thought Kevin would be such a dud, and with such a few minutes of time, we don't really know. And I really hope for them all the best, you know. But I don't know. I wonder what Ty's gonna do.
Well, let's see. Next up, we have Ty. He's 28. He's from Toronto. He's a personal trainer. Ty knows he comes off as a physical threat. He has a feeling his intelligence will be underestimated. Once this personal trainer's cover is blown as a cop beast, Ty plans to dominate the game by making an alliance with the outcast. Plus, a showmance or bromance along the way couldn't hurt. Why does he... I have not seen Big Brother Canada before, but he reminds me of the guy that won before Kevin.
I think his name was also Ty, wasn't it?
I think so. I have
no idea.
I feel like Sheldon, you know about this guy. Tell me about this. How do you not? Are there similarities here?
I don't know. I maybe
Tyshawn, right, or something like that.
Tyshawn, yes, Tyshawn. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think that he's going to be around long. I think he's going to be part of the Bro Alliance. I think, he might get caught in crossfire along the way. I think he's probably just like most other people in this cast are there for a showmance.
He said he's single and ready to mingle, so yes.
So, I don't know. Like, he's just another one of these bros. He's a big mama's boy. She had him at 17, so she's a relatively young mother, wants to do everything for her. He started watching Big Brother 5 months ago. Obviously, doesn't understand much about the game. Obviously, a recruit, not somebody who's a super fan. Well, what I thought that was really interesting was that he said that he comes off as being extroverted, but he's really an introvert. That's kind of me. And I always think of myself, if I would ever get into one of these places, into a Big Brother house, how because of that, I would be able to turn it on, but I would also want to run away into the bedroom and hope nobody comes into the room, and just so I have some me time. Right. And I wonder if that's going to hurt him. Like, I think it's really hard to be an introvert in these games where if you are not around a few other people in the house at all time, you are shady. You are thought of as being something's wrong. So if he could really reel in his introversion and just put out his extroversion, look, he's super good looking, like great smile, super brilliant, beautiful beard. Like somebody's gonna fall in love with him. The bros are gonna like him. The girls are gonna like. He's there for a long time. This guy's around for a long time.
Him and Kuzi are a dangerous couple.
Oh, damn.
I think there's no way he's in the Outcast Alliance or right. Pulling Outcast together. Like, what is that?
That's a little try by him. That's a little try.
I'll also say that he is strategic. He said that he knows that he's going to look physical.
Yeah.
But he wants to lose competitions and let other people win so that other people around him look to be at least just as physical as him. He also wants to get a floater in his back pocket for an extra vote. So look, it's not like he doesn't fully get the game. Yes, he's new to it, but he understands some of the strategy. The question is, can he put it into action?
Does he give Renee her hot girl summer? You know what I'm saying?
Go ahead, Sheldon.
Well, I don't know. Like, I don't know. You guys don't agree with me, but I think Renee and whatever the last girl is we talked about are twins. So either Renee or the other girl, the bartender, one of the two is about to get a hot girl summer. And like, look, he's hot. He's hot.
Yeah, for me, I could see him being the casualty of a sides war.
Yeah,
I could see the side that he's not on winning, putting two of his side on, one of them coming down, and him going up as a backup plan. I see him being backdoored, not because he was a target, but as a backup plan. I wrote next to his name, Showmance. Why? What? I don't understand. Because there's no reason for him to want to be in the Showmance.
Because he wants to have just some fun. I think I like the fact that he says, "Don't be first, don't be last." He understands that part, like Sheldon was saying. I am with you, JT. Though I definitely see him being the biggest threat in a sides war. Him being the one that they go for because he obviously is a very physical person. If that were to go down that way, if you were to get to two sides of the house, I don't know if we end up going two sides of the house, but if we do, that's a problem.
Classically, one of the things that's quite common every season in BB Canada is having a triple eviction, and I see him being a casualty of that. If he's up against Michael Leonard, the Newfoundlander, more people are going to want him around than Ty. So, I think the word being a casualty of something in there as not being close enough with enough people and not having enough relationships. But I don't know. Like, he's extremely likable and lovable. Like, just look at that smile. Like I don't know. I want to be his friend.
I know you're in love, Sheldon.
I'm not in love at all. But he might, he might be a good motivational personal trainer, and I need one.
He's in Toronto. So
I want to say one other thing that really sticking out for me. There are a lot of Torontonians in this cast.
Yeah.
There are also a lot of big city people. There's maybe two or three. Like there's one guy from Sunrise, Newfoundland. There's one girl. Like there's like this isn't a small town Canada cast. There are no Quebecers at all. It's not a. It's I don't really understand this cast. Like it's not a. It's visually diverse, it's racially diverse, but like there aren't people from Manitoba, there are no people from Alberta, there's no people from the Prairie. Like I don't get it. This isn't a Canada cast. I don't know what I'm looking at here.
Right.
This is a big city cast.
You're looking at a cast of what happened when we didn't get All-Stars.
And I think so. I really think so. Like
you're looking at what happened when they were like, so we're gonna have an open call in Toronto just in case.
Yep.
A lot of people say no.
Yeah. And let's call all the agents in the city and let's get some people off their rosters and see. Like I honestly think that's what happened.
Who has availability? That was kind of how that was. Karen, what are your thoughts on Ty? I feel like we didn't get your thoughts.
Boring. I don't think he.
I love you, Karen. I love you.
Like I'm gonna forget he exists in 2 months.
Oh, but
I can see that. I can see that.
I mean, he's cute, but I don't know. I don't need.
Look at
I don't know that I need him on a strategy game show.
It's a smile.
Yeah. I get that, and I'm with you. He's gonna have a nice little showman, and I think he's gonna be the casualty of something.
Okay, but I will say, like just a note, all of us have said basically 95% of the cast is having the showmans. I don't think that's statistically possible. Somebody's gonna be brokenhearted, and maybe that's what we're going here. Somebody's not getting the rose.
BB19 had like 4 showmances.
That's true.
Like, I mean, that happened. We had Jess and Cody, Elena
and what's his name?
And Elena and Mark. We had Matt and Raven. We had Josh and Paul. Like that.
We had what's his name in his cereal.
Matt and cereal also. That was like it was. There's a possibility. Like you're right. Normally not, but I think in this thing they might have been casting Love Island Canada, and who knows?
That's how I feel. Yeah.
Who knows?
That's why I feel like Ty's on the wrong show.
I'll also say something that's interesting. There are a lot of people from Africa. There's a few from Guyana, from Zimbabwe, from South Africa, from Somalia. Like it's really like it seems that the diversity has mostly come from one continent, which is quite interesting. But again, there's only one Asian. I don't think there's any Indians. I might be wrong about that. Like it's not as diverse as I'm expecting BB Canada to be.
Right. And that's why I think this is an interesting cast. I think there's a lot of recruits, and we wonder how they got here. You know who is not a recruit, and you know who is not going to be any showmances?
Vanessa.
Vanessa.
I love this
That's
girl.
right. Vanessa is up next. She is 42.
Mm-hmm.
She is a yoga instructor from Calgary, Alberta. This driven mom, wife, and yoga instructor is unapologetic, and always authentically herself. She will be the shoulder to cry on in the BBCAN11 house, yet also will keep the house guests in line.
I don't think they're going to like that.
I don't either. We're trying to have fun this summer, Mom. We're not trying to have you keeping us in line. She said she's going to be the fun mom. But she wants to be remembered as the cop beast. I don't know if that's going to happen. There's a lot of cop beasts.
There's no way she's going to be a comp beast. But I don't know. Like, she seems fun. She seems like a nice person. She'd be fun to go camping with or whatever. But I don't think she's going to do well. I think she's going to be very early.
Question mark?
I know. I don't think so. I actually don't think. I think she's a jury. I honestly think that I think we'll be seeing her for a while. I think she's extremely likable. I think that she's not going to walk around and be dusting and telling people to do their dishes. I don't think that's the mom that she is. Heck, she's a 42-year-old yoga instructor. If you just physically look at her, she has a story to tell. She's got alopecia. She's got vitiligo, which is a pigment thing. Like she's really interesting. She's fit as hell.
Yeah.
Like I actually think she might. There are some cops that are not made for the big muscle dudes, and she seems to me to be the fittest of the women. In truth, so I wouldn't be surprised if she does actually win a comp or two along the way, and I see her pairing up with our Newfoundland boy who is also a dad. Like I see that happening. I think that I don't think people are going to want to vote her out. I think she's in it for a while.
How is she going to vibe with the cast of Love Island Canada?
Yeah, that's where I'm concerned about.
Well, when Kuzi comes to ask mommy for advice about choosing Ty or whomever the other guys are, she'll be there to support.
Maybe Ty will love her because he'll miss his mommy.
Maybe. Oh boy, this is too much. JT, what are your thoughts on Vanessa? What's her name?
So
McTavish.
I feel like she's gonna give us Kale's strategy up until the end when she made
Who's Kale? Remind us.
BBCAN8. Big Brother 8.
Yeah, I feel like she's gonna give us Kale's strategy, but with like I don't even know like how to describe it. You know how like on Survivor there's like those moms who like do well, like make it to jury because they weren't trying to be your mom. They just happened to be the age of your mom. So you opened up to them and you like you know, they were receptive to your information and they were comforting, but they were not in the game to be your mom or to play the mom role. That's the vibe she gives me. That she's gonna be there, like she knows that she's not their mom and she's going to have to vote them off and she's going to have to get their votes in the end. So she has to be nice to them, but she's going to be strategic about her moves. She's going to put her aces in places, have her face in the place when it needs to be, and she's going to allow them to let her be mom. She's not going to come in and be mom. She's going to make them ask her without saying those words. You know, when someone needs comforting, when someone needs help cooking something, when someone needs to get something from the pantry, like she's going to do those mom things, but she's not, I don't think she's going to, because she knows her play. I feel like she's smart enough and has watched the show enough to know how moms do.
But can I just say, like, she isn't mom. She isn't what you think of. She's a 42-year-old woman. She's relatively young. Like that's, she isn't that stereotypical, you know, I'm wearing a sweatsuit.
Here's the thing, though. She is the oldest woman on the cast. She is already a mother of 4.
In that environment, she's already mom, based solely on that.
But the age range is so tight. Like
doesn't matter.
I don't know.
She is the mom figure.
It doesn't matter. Who's the oldest person on this call right now?
What?
I don't know.
Is it me? I'm young. I'm 17.
I think it might be Kevin.
It's Kevin. It's me. No, it's me by a few days.
No, it's me by a few days.
Kevin by a few days.
Yeah, Kevin's the dad, bro.
but here's the thing. Like, honestly, between her and Amal's mom for me, like I think so much of it is far more personality than it is age, and there is this youthfulness in this woman, like
100%.
Like, she reminds me of, again, BBCAN11 Tara. Like, yeah, she was a mom, but she won competitions and she played the game and she made alliances and she was able to connect to the young ones. And the truth is, there really aren't young ones. Everybody is a fully formed human in this cast.
No, they're not.
Something I like.
They are not fully formed humans. They are here to listen. They are horned up and ready to go. And it's the truth. And so, I mean, Ty is single and ready to mingle. With them being the way, like, wound up, bro, they're not going to be thinking about anything but their junk. So, her being a mom, and she's not vibing with them.
Yeah, I don't know about not vibing.
Yeah, I don't buy that.
I can say that when the guys are scanning the room to see who's coming to their bed that night, that
they're not choosing her.
Correct. I can't say, you know what I'm saying? I can't.
But they don't need to choose her. They need to choose her to fix their boo-boo when they fall and hurt themselves.
Because she's the mom.
Right. And what I'm saying, and I'm saying that she's going to do those things, but she's not going to offer, which is the key, is she's not going to offer to do those things. She's not going to go in the house trying to be the mom. If she falls into the mom role, that she will, if all season no one asks her to do anything or she doesn't need to do any mom things, she will never do any mom things the whole season. But I feel like she, based on the environment, based on the social dynamics of the game and how the game is designed in general, she's the mom. She just is.
Kara, what are your thoughts on her?
Mama?
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I don't think she's gonna do well, and not because she's inherently bad at Big Brother. I think it's because of the cast she's been put with.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we do Big Brother over 40s? Can we do that? Will people watch that?
No.
What if they're all hot?
Maybe. Are they single?
But isn't that the real? Like, we have that. That's the Real Housewives. Like,
but are they single?
What if some were single and some weren't?
Then yeah, I think people will watch. They will see showmances.
Can we move on to Zach, one of the most annoying humans I've ever maybe seen on Big Brother?
Lastly, we have Zach.
I only have one note next to Zach. It says it's FB exclamation point. You know
what does that mean?
F-boy. Zach is a man with a calculated plan. With tricks up his sleeve, he hopes to rule the BBCAN house by dominating comps and building strong connections with his housemates. He's from Ottawa. He's a startup senior vice president.
Hate him.
Why?
This is our first boot.
I hate him.
I hate him too.
So arrogant. He started his video with, my name is Zach and I'm a self-made entrepreneur. You know what an entrepreneur means. He's so bad.
People have called me the Kardashians of Ottawa.
I've spent time with prime ministers. You've probably seen me with one of them.
As the prime minister walked down the street, he said, "Hey!" That's what happens.
Yeah, he really is my least favorite house guest in a long time.
If he acts like that in the house, he will be first boot so fast.
So here's the interesting thing about this dude. My initial thought was exactly Karen and JT what y'all are saying, but then I watched his interview with Jed, and he very much so toned it down. He was not that snarky, cocky SOB. That's not who he was. He was a lot more calm, thoughtful, smart. If that guy walks into the house, that guy could play the game. that dick that we saw in that 2-minute video, I don't know. That is first FB energy, first boot energy. I will just say one thing. It is clear he thinks a lot of himself, whether he is calm and toned down or not. So I don't know actually that he'll be able to do well. I do think he's certainly a pre-jury guy, but he is made to lose.
Yeah.
He was if this was Drag Race, we have a term in Drag Race called filler queen.
What does that mean?
That means that they're there just to pass an extra week.
We needed another person in the house.
Yeah,
so.
we needed. Somebody got sick and sequester, and he's a filler queen. He's just there to have someone to vote off. If he makes it far, we'll rig a POV at Final 5. Like it's fine. Like he's a filler queen. He's not. Yeah.
I'm not getting a lot from him. Looking at his bio here, I don't like the way he clasps his hands in the photo. I'm serious. I don't like he looks like a stock bro. And I don't love that.
Yep.
You ever seen the show Ghost? He's like Trevor from Ghost. That's what I see.
But Trevor's actually, I don't know.
When you get to know Trevor, he's great. I don't think we're going to see Zach long enough to get to know him, which is why I'm good with this. I don't think there's much more to say about Zach. We're not really high on him. But Sheldon, you will be setting the order for the draft. So let's see where Zach goes in the draft. Because Kevin won Big Brother Canada. And so Sheldon, who had Kevin on his team, will be able to pick the order that we're going in so we can get this draft going. Now that we've gone through everybody.
I will be going first.
Okay. Who will be going next?
Next will be the newest member of our team, JT.
Perfect. After JT?
Obviously, Karen.
Obviously. And I will be last. We will be doing a snake draft as always. As always. We have gone through the cast. We have seen who we like. We have talked about them at length. We will each be picking 4 players for our team. This is a winners only draft. As you saw, there was no one that Sheldon made a bet will be first boot to have to offer me $10. So we'll see who people get picked here. Sheldon, who will you be taking with your first overall pick?
I will proudly and excitedly and really from the bottom of my heart hope he wins, be taking Daniel Clark.
I know. I already marked him off my list.
Good job.
Daniel Clark going number 1. Matched with Sheldon on Tinder. Future first date. We're going to hear all about it. Daniel
Not
Clark.
happening.
JT.
So I want the person I want to take.
Just take her.
Just take. I know, but I'm debating.
Just do it. Come on.
All right.
You can't not take Tiffany Mitchell. Like, that's nuts.
Yeah. I'm going to take Santina.
Okay. Santina goes. She would have not made it past me. So, good idea. She would have not been there on the comeback.
You can't call somebody Tiffany Mitchell and just say, yeah, I'm going to take Renee.
little strategery. Next up, Karen, we have you. You're muted.
Man, I am. Okay, so I don't think I am in any risk of losing this person anytime soon. But, I'm going to go for Shania.
Wow.
Shania.
You should have taken your time on that one. None of us are going to take.
I love the pick for you. I love that pick. As I go through here, I have back-to-back picks. I'm going to start off by taking Jonathan Leonard because everything that I was feeling from that dude, I feel like that's some winner upside there. And then I'm going to next take Miss Kuzi. I liked her a lot. I don't think she'll be there on the comeback, so I'm going to just take her now. I'm taking Kuzi. I like that right there. Next up is Karen.
All right, going with Claudia.
There we go. I like that. First the chick with the cat, then the one that has your cat's name. I like that, Karen. I like what's going on here.
So I'm really stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Talk it out.
In the comeback, 2 and 3 are like in really kind of like hard places because we'll only get one pick.
Yep.
I'm debating. I really like John Michael.
Okay.
And I also like Vanessa here.
Okay.
But I low-key also kind of like Roberto right here.
Okay, there's a lot of people right there that you like.
Because those are the 3 that I would put, like, I have them in, like, my middle, like, going out at, like, high single digits at, like, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
So I don't know, man. I feel like John Michael, I really think you guys are right about him just being too much.
Mm-hmm.
I never said that, by the way.
I think so.
I feel like if I don't take him now, he might go. So I'm just gonna take Roberto.
Roberto, nice pick there.
I have him at number 6 on my original list.
Okay.
So my pre-podcast list.
So that's kind of like where we're at here. It's kind of like where you at on your draft board right there.
Yeah.
Do I have 2 picks now, Kevin?
You do.
So I will be taking John Michael first. Also likes to be referred to as JM. And now the next pick is going to be a little bit more difficult.
Well, talk to me about that John Michael pick.
Well, I think John Michael has probably a large downside, but also has a high upside. I think John Michael is potentially a little bit of a Kevin, in the sense that, like, very likely he won't win, but I see a path for him to win.
Okay.
So that's why I'm truly thinking to choose John Michael. And really, my second pick has to be about which one of the 3, 6, 8 people left do I think have any chance to win. And the truth is, there's maybe 1 or 2 that have a chance in my book, but very slim chance. And the person I'm going to take, in order to respect JT so that he could take Vanessa, I'll be taking Ty.
Okay. Ty is off the board. Now back to JT. I know he was debating between a couple people. He took John Michael off the board for you, so that kind of probably makes your pick easy, unless you're.
It kind of does, but as I'm thinking about it.
Oh, damn. I was trying to be nice. I guess I should.
He's going back and forth. He's debating.
JT, who's the other name? I'm really interested.
It's 2 other names.
Okay, so there's 3 people here that he's looking at that he's thinking they might have a chance here to win this thing.
Is one of them Anika?
Yes.
Is the other one Amal?
Yes.
That would be where I would naturally go next. That's why I
Why
said
isn't anyone saying damn?
Dan's gonna win.
Karen says, "What am I missing?"
Dan is not gonna win.
Are you afraid that Vanessa's too much mommy to win?
I'm not afraid she's too much mommy. I'm afraid that she's going to make it to single digits. People are going to realize that if she makes the end, they have to give her the money, and she's going to be stuck in a survivor situation where she's getting voted out, because if she makes the end, she's going to win purely because of who she is.
Whereas, do you think that anybody would vote for Anika or Amal to win?
I feel like Anika and Amal have the personalities to build a game, to build more of a game than she does.
Wow. What's he gonna do? This is tense.
All right, JT, I need a pick.
I feel like Amal might still be there when it comes. I'm not sure if Vanessa will. I'm gonna take Anika.
What?
Okay,
You went from Amal to Vanessa, and then you chose Anika? Holy moly!
Anika with the pick. Karen, you are up next.
I will take Amal.
Wow.
Okay.
So
Amal
Kevin,
is
you've
off
got
the
Dan,
board.
Hope, Renee, Zach, and Vanessa.
Yeah, not a huge group here. Not a
And you
huge
have to
group.
pick 2 of them.
I was hoping Anika was going to be here by the time I got here. I'm not going to lie. That's who I was going with next. First and foremost, I am here for a hot girl summer. Give me Renee.
Renee? What?
Give me Renee. She's here for a hot. There's not a lot of choices here.
Desperation.
I think. Listen, we're looking here at the end of the thing, and like I see a Zach sitting there. I see Hope. You know what I'm saying? I see a Dan. There's not a lot of choices. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of choices as we're sitting here. And so I figured it couldn't hurt to take Renee. It couldn't hurt to take Renee. Now, I'm a gamesman. You know what I'm saying? I'm a gamesman. And though I don't have high hopes for her,
oh no,
don't want her getting to the back half of this draft. I'm gonna go ahead and take Vanessa right here.
Come on. That's not nice.
It is not. It was not meant to be nice. It was meant to be strategic. So I'm taking Vanessa off the board, off your hands.
JT, don't forget who your friends are.
Listen, can we? I would happily trade Vanessa for Anika. I'll happily trade Vanessa for Anika.
You know what? Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm not doing that shit.
So, Karen, off to you. You have between Dan, Zach, and Hope left.
All right. So none of them are winning. There's zero chance. But if one were to maybe win, all right. I just hope, definitely hope.
No, I want hope.
Hope for hope. That's all we got left. So, JT, you will be choosing who you're getting, and you'll be choosing who Sheldon's getting right
Can I pitch who I want?
Yeah.
I already know who I'm picking, so yeah, tell me. Who do you pick?
I want Zach.
Explain.
I want Zach because I'm worried I'm gonna have another Kevin draft situation where all of us think there's no way, and then there's a way. So that's why I want Zach, not because I have any hope, but just in case that happens. But
of course, you don't have any hope. Only Karen has hope.
JT,
but
I respect whatever you do.
Hell no. I'm taking Dan.
Okay. Dan to JT, Zach to Sheldon. Running through the teams, Sheldon has Daniel Clark, John Michael, Ty, and Zach.
I did not think I would have an all-male team. Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Never had that
JT
before.
has Santina, Roberto, Anika, and Dan. Karen has Shania, Claudia, Amal, and Hope. And I have Jonathan, Kuzi, Renee, and Vanessa. If you guys want in the chat, go ahead and say who you think had the best team. It was me for sure, obviously. Who do you guys think is the winner? Make sure you put in the comments on the YouTube video if you made it this far. All in all, guys, what are your thoughts on this coming season?
I think we have a good season. I think we have a good second half of a season in front of us. I feel like the first week is going to be good. As we see, groups starting to form. I think week 2 through 8 are going to be very boring, and then from 9 on is going to be great.
I can see that. It's going to pick up jury phase.
Correct.
I'm not sure how great it will be. However, I think it'll be very fun to see how we are with our predictions and everything. So I will at least enjoy that, if nothing else.
I'm kind of where Karen is. I'm a little worried about the season. I will say that Big Brother Canada has been pretty consistent with really great seasons. So I don't want to, like, they've done good. So I don't want to shit on them just yet, even though I just spent 2.5 hours shitting on the cast. What I will say, though, is that it's clear this season has some kind of time twist, something to do with that. So I do wonder if the producers will end up making the show a lot more interesting than the cast. And that might be our saving grace, even though I hate when the producers actually do that. I'd rather good players, but if there's some great twists, maybe I'll fix everything.
What is one time-based twist that you want to see?
That I want to see, I don't know, but I assume people are not being voted out if they're voted out, and we're going to be going back in time at some point and bringing people in somehow. So I assume that oh God no, but I assume people will be coming back.
Okay,
I can see that. I don't know that they had a ton of plans for this season. So I'm really intrigued to see how it's going to go.
That actually makes me think this more. Knowing that, because I didn't know about the time thing, makes me think this was supposed to be an all-star season with the whole time shit.
Yep.
Like that. I really think this probably was supposed to be an all-star season.
Yep.
And I'm very interested to see how they do with this new cast here. I don't have, like I said, terribly high hopes, but we're going to see what we can do with what we got. I mean, any Big Brother season is fun because you got new people playing, and it's good to see new dynamics.
I do have a question for everybody. First boot, who do y'all think?
Yeah, that's a good question. You guys think? Karen thinks Zach.
Yeah, I would say Zach or Hope.
Wow, Hope. Yeah, I'm gonna say Zach or maybe I don't know, Renee. I don't know.
I'm gonna say
maybe even Claudia. I don't know. Amal.
Yeah, I see that too.
Just not Kuzi. Leave Kuzi. Let us have a little Kuzi.
I'm gonna say them all. It's gonna be interesting.
Here's the only thing we know for certain about the season: somebody is gonna be ordering the spicy.
That's very true. Guys, thank you for joining us. JT, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram and TikTok at JT Does NYC. You can also follow me on my also on Twitter at JT Does. Nope, not on Twitter. Twitter is something else. Definitely something else. I recently, let me see. It is nope. I changed it back. Okay, everything. JT Does NYC. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. And then you can also follow me on my other TikTok account, Quick Think Trivia, where I host a daily trivia challenge every morning, as well as review movies and TV shows.
Okay. Karen, where can they find you?
I am still private, so
there we go. Keep it up. Sheldon, I know they can find you here and only here. You can find me at KG Fury on all of the TikTok and the Twitter and the Instagrams. I am there doing stuff, hanging out. Please join us for our Survivor coverage Thursday. We'll be covering Survivor, recapping the newest episode of Survivor on Thursday, and we will be coming to you with our BBCAN coverage. We're locking down the date. We're trying to figure out the exact days we're going to be doing BBCAN, but we will be doing episode recaps and talking about the daily double, whatever the new live feed plan is whenever we can, because we got to see how this thing goes, because they're not giving us live feeds anymore. It's a daily dose of Big Brother. So look forward to us having a lockdown schedule by the next episode. So just look out for it. Subscribe, like, and subscribe right here on the YouTube page, and you'll be notified anytime we're about to go live. Thank you all for joining us. Make sure you put in the comments who had the best team. It was mine.
It was mine.
Good night. See y'all
Good
later.
night, guys.